1, 2, now drop the beat. Y'all ready for this? Drop the beat. Y'all, let's go. Y'all ready for this? Give it up for my ladies and gentlemen, bring the funk back.
Have another go.
Good evening. Welcome to you all, and welcome to Game Night. Hope everyone is doing well. Lovely to see you all here. How you doing? Keeping well? So that was Only Connect the warm-up. That was 3.5 days this week of me thinking, I'd like Only Connect. We saw Claire on Only Connect on Monday. Big round of applause for Claire, who was on Only Connect on Monday. Really exciting to watch, and kudos to you. And I mentioned it on Tuesday, but I think having seen that, I thought I would never be any good at actually be on Only Connect. What can I do? I can make Only Connect, maybe. First, a word from our sponsor, Claire. Connectissimo. And that's following on from the word from our sponsor, Brand New Halo. Thank you for the 7 months and the 7 months, respectively, to you both. Now, I do need to talk a little bit briefly about Only Connect before we go on. First of all, I'm very aware, I've put it off for a very long time because I'm very aware that Ash did a build. I know Ash isn't here tonight, he's at a gig. I did mention to him, I'm doing Only Connect as a warm-up game, as a Twitch Interactive. It doesn't necessarily lend itself to being a Twitch Interactive for reasons I'll come on to discuss, but I wanted just to throw it out there. I'm enormously grateful to Ash, who in the past has shared the build. I didn't shill any of his code from it. I did rebuild it from scratch, but I am aware that there's a slight overlap, and it's the first time I think I've done something where it's already done on a neighbouring channel. So yeah, big shout out to Ash, whose version is probably quite a lot better than mine from a coding point of view, definitely. yeah, I wanted to do that, and that's been my sort of job this week. It's kept me out of trouble. I had a little bit of an anxiety pang earlier in the week after the last stream, and oh, hello. I need some wine, clearly. So yeah, I sort of wanted something to occupy myself, and that's been an idea that's been bubbling, and or the format was already there. Now, things we need to talk about, and I can see people are already talking in the suggestions channel. I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm anticipating everything that's going to come up. Big factors with it. Obviously, there's some rule changes from the original game in that you can have a guess on the opening rounds, but then come back in, if that makes sense. Which I thought was good because it's not a 1v1, it's a mass multiplayer. So it does give some scope to maybe having a blind guess on number one, which I kind of like in a way. It also goes some way towards combating the other issue, which is that this game is... There are a lot more than one way of saying the correct answer, as we have discovered, particularly on the connections wall there with and hands up, my bad, I spelt Neapolitan wrong, that's my bad. Now, there are multiple instances of correct answers in this game, in Only Connect, but it's coming up with coveralls, so I maybe need to consider having an override button, but the problem is it's because it's a warm-up game, it's a hostless game, effectively. That might be one way of doing it, having a keyword. That was originally my thought, but if someone writes the keyword with lots of other words, at the moment with the algorithm that's used, it will mark it as wrong because it's just a standard spell checker. I have lowered the tolerance to 70%. It's normally 80, but I've lowered it to 70. I really thought about it, Big Man Aaron, and I have to say it's so much fun watching it there, but I'm aware, like I say, I'm aware that Ash has got the standard, the versus mode on his implementation. Doing a Twitch implementation is very much a new thing that, as far as I know, hasn't been done before. Anyone who has got any suggestions on how to give more tolerance to things like the connections round and the opening rounds, obviously the missing vowels round, as long as I spell them right, that shouldn't be as much of a problem. Likewise, the connecting wall itself. Test for substrings, yeah, that could be a good idea. Maybe you and I, Lingo Maniac, should have a conversation about that at some point, because I'm an idiot, as has been readily established. But that's something I've been doing this week. It's been sort of keeping my mind off other things. So I hope you enjoyed it. And great for the brand new Halo. No disrespect to anything else you've done, but that's the best thing you've ever done. I mean, it's not an original format. So I just sort of knocked it together. I'm going to fix my hairband because it's gone a bit funny. There we go. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's 15 minutes, which is not quite enough for a full game, but it would be easy enough to put 6 in the first 2 rounds. I'm imagining something else I'm going to see when I look at the suggestions section is that there wasn't enough notification as to the rounds changing. My line on that is that it printed round 2 to the chat and it reprinted the instructions to the screen, and the onus is slightly on everyone else to read it, especially when it's the first time. Obviously, the more you play it, the more you'll get used to it. But everything was explained and written either on the screen or in the chat. So there's only so much I can do in that respect that, the round is going to change without physically being there. So, yeah. Anyway, glad you enjoyed it for the most part. Well done to Big Man Aaron on taking that first victory in the Only Connect warm-up game. And they should have updated every point you got. If you were on a positive score, you would have gotten a penny for. So that should be updated now. The app is up to date. Have some buzz pennies as well, because why not? Buzz 34. Now, let me say hello to all of you. Who have we got? Good evening, Apodo Nuevo and Lewis T and We Like Shapes. Good evening to Big Man Aaron and to Topper and to Cetra and to JY. Good evening, Lupine and Toot and Effrontery, Poker and Colo, Brian and Anisette, NPL Dart and Brand New Halo, Energia and FMVD, who got banned. I think that might have been a bot. But welcome to you if you're not a bot. I've got to stop doing this thing, and I'm going to address that in just a minute as well. Jerry, good evening. Theory Game, it's Sotley, Joe, Score Count, hello to Dogfish and Claire and Samster and Silent Marine. Good evening, Serial Quizzer and Matt and Free Ruckus and Jack, DKW Daft, Jers, Puzzle Dan, Ligomaniac, Quizzle, Naked Grandma, Natter, Maxio, and anyone else who is lurking in the stream. You're most welcome to be here. It is lovely to see you. And can I just address something before we get onto the game? And I can see that Topper is in the green room already. Shapes, if you'd like to make your way towards the green room, that would be grand. Score Count will get you sound tested, and then we'll get the game underway. Hello, Ben, already packing for the move. Funny you should say that, Jers. Can I tell stream, baby? Next. Can I tell stream the thing that happened today?
You can tell them all the things that have happened.
I will. Okay, I will then. So today, Jers, since you are already packing for the move, we thought we would be. There's boxes in the living room. Then today, if anyone's ever sold a house before, you might know what I'm about to say. But the worst possible thing that could have happened today. And that is our buyer pulled out of the sale. Yay. Which, if you're in a chain of stuff, yeah, I know. It was my immediate reaction, and if you're at all sensitive to this is not marked as a family-friendly stream, but if you are at all affected by strong language, and Megs is about to tell Dylan to cover his ears. I was in the car because I was on my way to a wedding this afternoon, and my estate agent, he left a voicemail because I was in a dead zone, called him back. And answered the phone. We had the usual preamble, hello, how you doing, how's things going? And then he said, I came into this email this morning, and he said, I'm really sorry, your buyer's pulled out. My instant reaction, without batting an eye, was, oh, fuck off! Like, down the phone at my estate agent was the reaction. Okay, I'm done now. Can you turn it down a bit? I'm not going to say that again, but that was my immediate reaction. It wasn't his fault, but that's how I reacted to it at the time. Mrs. Flesh and I have since had a conversation. Actually, we think it's going to resolve itself, though it's a matter of finding the least worst scenario rather than what we had was the best scenario with someone buying the flat. What we are thinking we are going to do is we're going to move forward with the purchase anyway. We're just not going to be selling this flat immediately, which means effectively. And I appreciate this is about as big a first world problem as it can be. We were going to be buying the flat. We were selling the flat to get a small mortgage because we were largely cash buyers. Meg's recently had some inheritance come through. So we were going to be largely cash buyers with a small mortgage. Because we can't sell the flat, we are now not going to be able to get that mortgage. That's the big thing. So we are going to have to be full cash buyers. So although that's a very first world problem to be able to have that sort of level of disposable income, it does mean that our savings and our sort of reserve funds are reduced to virtually zero. It's not quite zero, but virtually zero. So it's a real bore, and it's something we could have done without because we were within spitting distance of exchanging. So just one of those things that happens in the wonderful world of property transactions. So what's your games all about? I'm a big fan of viewer interactive games on Twitch from the likes of Snapfinger, Click, Senior Viz, but never been able to catch the stream live. How do they work from viewers interactive? Well, welcome DKW Duft. Stick around. This first game is not Twitch interactive. This is an ongoing tournament, but the next game we're playing later on, the Purge, is. So if you have a chat with either Colo or Samster, I know they're modding in the chat at the moment. There may be some others about. Colo and Samster, not Samster, Colo and Score Count, I beg your pardon, Score and Samster. They're about in the chat. So if you have a chat with them, if you get stuck a bit later on, they'll talk you through everything. But do stick around. This first game isn't interactive though. So yeah, it was a bit of a bore. But on the plus side, it does mean we have the smoother transition of moving. We don't have to do the move all in one day, and it also means we are likely to be exchanging this week. So that is good, I suppose, in a way. No, sorry to promote you just like that, modster, as Matt is saying. That's me talking at 1,000 miles an hour. That's my mouth thinking faster than my brain. Hello, nevertheless. So yeah, it also means, from a streaming point of view, with the internet being piped over from one house to the other, it means that streams may not be as interrupted, because I can always, if the internet isn't at the new house but at the old flat, I could come back here and do streams, potentially. So
Love your computer in the car.
Leave the computer here. And I mean, it's scant consolation. It's sort of slightly clutching at straws at this point as to, it's a shit situation, but that it is what it is. So there you go. There's the full scoop. I'm feeling kind of buzzy, mainly because I've had a glass or two of wine already, and we've talked about it, and we think we've come up with, the least worst option that still allows us to move forward. If the whole thing had collapsed and we were no longer moving, I would have seriously reconsidered whether or not I'd be streaming tonight, because I just would not have been in the right frame of mind. But it's a pain in the arse, but it will be fine. It will resolve itself. So Benny's keeping the flat seat. It's going to be my office. Rather than just this corner, the whole thing is going to be the office. Mrs. Flush is here, by the way. How are you, Mrs. Flush?
I'm
pissed off.
I'm angry.
She's also equally very annoyed.
I'm angry, but I'm just, too exhausted to reflect, so I'm just very angry. Hi, everyone. Won't renting the flat help, David? It is something we've talked about, and it's just hassle and
it's an option. It's something we
Yeah.
talked about with our mortgage broker earlier on, is if we could switch this mortgage for a buy-to-let mortgage, but we haven't really got enough equity in the flat at the moment to make it worthwhile. We'd have to stump up another 20k or so anyway, just to make that a viable option.
No, Matt the ref, that's not the solution. To be fair to our buyer, we do understand her position. She's currently renting, and basically her landlord has said that they are selling the property, and would she like to buy it? She said yes. That's a situation I totally understand, and were we in the same position, we'd probably do exactly the same thing. So I do. It's just that from our perspective, it's taken all this time, and it was so nearly there. We could have completed it. We could have exchanged.
Almost exchanged
contracts
on Friday.
Yesterday, and we didn't, and now this has happened.
It's just like, because she said her landlord was very understanding about it, but it's like if they knew they were going to sell, why didn't they just say it?
Why didn't they just say it?
Which makes me think it's not an entirely truthful response, and there's some other problem. But it is what it is, and it's just one of those things with conveyancing and moving houses. These things happen.
They say it's one of the most stressful things you can do, other than getting divorced.
Yeah.
I'm not planning on doing
not
that.
planning on that one. Did you say just yet? You didn't say just yet. I thought I heard you say just yet. I imagine that. Okay.
I'm not planning on doing that.
So it's just a pain. It's just a pain. But the long-term plan is continue trying to sell this flat, move anyway with a cash purchase, which means we're still liable for the mortgage here, which is substantial. Move anyway, continue trying to sell this. As soon as we've sold this place, our mortgage advisor said we'll just get a property. A property development mortgage, remortgage part of the new house. Money comes back, and then we just have to. It makes us to relayer it into the investments, which are basically going to have to be diluted over the next 10 days. It's a bit of a ball ache, and it was a real blow. And not what you want to hear. Sort of 40 minutes before you're playing at a wedding. I had to put on a happy face. I'm so happy you're getting married, that sort of thing.
To be fair, Topper, I would buy a house. I'd highly recommend it, and we are still going through with buying. It's just that there are dangers when you're in the conveyancing process, and it is not an easy process, and it's not. But it's better to have property than to not. It is, and it's not like we're not going to have property, and it's not like we don't. It's just the stress and anxiety of going through it. It's horrible. It's
really not fun.
It's not fun. But
I wouldn't recommend the process, but I'd recommend the outcome.
Recommend the outcome, but the process is horrible, and it means that you're not going to get your
pool
tub
table
or your pool table anytime soon.
Yeah, so we've got to wait for the flat to sell before, because we're going to have to level all assets to make realise the sale,
and the taxman's going to get more money out of us.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing, because we're buying another, again, massive caveat, enormous first world problems, very much recognise that, but it does, it means a massive ramp up of the stamp duty that we've got to pay and so on. But anyway,
enough of our personal
thank you for coming thank you for being our personal counselling session today, and thank you for listening. And I recognise it's in the grand scheme of things, it could be seen as a very not a real problem, because we've got solutions, but it's been quite a stressful day on the face of it, and we think, be quiet, dog, we know you're there.
She wants to go out.
Does she? Is that what she wants?
Yeah, I said we're going out for a walk, and she is now make good on that, make good on your offer.
Well, we have got at least one game of Buzz Off, possibly two, if we can find some people. I haven't heard from any substitute players, but have a nice walk, baby.
Yes, if I come home.
Please do come home.
Throw myself off a bridge. That's not said in jest, and I get.
No, of course.
No, sorry if I offended anyone.
No. All good. Just, Wits End comes to mind. Anyway, we're going to be playing Buzz Off tonight, and the first game we're going to be having is between Topper and Shape. So I should bring them into the room and say hello to them. Where am I? Oh, you're already in the broadcast studio. Perfect. But I've been deafened, so you've not been able to hear any of it all this time. Let me undeafen, and let me unmute you, and let me say hello to you both, Topper and Shapes. Welcome to the stream.
Thank you. Good evening.
Hello.
Lovely to have you both here. And hey, thank you both very much for stepping in. I know this was relatively last minute. We only decided it the other day. I think Connor said he was away tonight. So thank you for stepping in. Enormously grateful to you both. Now, you've both seen the game before.
Yes.
Yep.
Wonderful. So you're both familiar with the rules?
Yep.
Fantastic. I'm going to DM you the code. You won't have any sound because I'm still having these persistent sound problems. Which makes me wonder why I brought Persephone into the room, because she doesn't work. So you won't have any sound, I'm afraid, at your end. But you should still be able to see everything in real time. So if you go to buzzer.dev and get that set up, I will message you the code in a minute. But first of all, let's meet our players on the screen, just in case there was any doubt as to who they were. Oh, look, it's Topper One Gaming versus We Like Shapes. Welcome to you both. So, Topper, I need you to join the room first. Any name, but you need this code. If you type it in, we'll hear that Topper sounds like this.
Is there anybody there?
Very nice indeed. And Shapes, when I sent him the code, Shapes sounds like this.
What are birds? We just don't know.
So, two wonderful buzzers there from Topper and Shapes, who are going to be battling it out. And we're very grateful to Oni for this question pack this evening. Oni's written the pack for this game. We have got a pack on standby from Lupine if we can fill that second fixture, although I've rattled on for half an hour already at the front of the stream. So we maybe just have the one game of the Purge and we'll make up the other game another time. So, if you in the audience want to suggest a title for this based on anything that is said or any amusing things that happen during the course of the game, whisper the title to the bot, precede it with an exclamation mark. So exclamation mark, as the bot has suggested a few messages ago, and then a name of the title. I will read out some worthy runners-up, and I will pick the winner as my favourite title, and you'll get, I think, 30 pennies as a result of that. So, Topper, Shapes, you both ready to play?
Yes.
Oh, go on then.
Oh, let's get on with it. Round one is the trivia search. You'll be given a category. There are 5 words hidden within this word search grid that fit that criteria. All you've got to do is buzz in and tell me who you are. Wait for me to say your name before spouting your answer to me, just in case there's a dual buzz-in, so to speak, and I have to flip them around. If you go ahead, then your opponent's clock will start, and if 30 seconds global time runs out, then you lose the point. If you find 3, you win the point. Sorry, if your opponent's clock runs out, you win the point. First to win 2 points wins the round and the chevron. I think you're both happy with the rules. Best of luck to you both, and enjoy playing along in the chat, though no spoilers in the chat, if you please. Good luck to you both. Round one is trivia search. Here is the first board. Countries that use a dollar as their currency.
Is there anybody there?
Mr. Topper.
Australia.
Australia is there. Good start. Shapes, your timer is on. Find one before 30 seconds or you will lose the point.
Is there anybody there?
Topper to go 2 ahead.
Singapore.
Singapore is also there. Pressure really on Shapes. You've got to find all 3. 2 to stop the clock, Shapes, if you can do it. 1 more from Topper will win the point. 15 seconds, Shapes. So easy watching at home, isn't it?
Is there anybody
Oh, and
there?
Topper for the point.
Jamaica.
Jamaica is there. Very well played. 3-0. Taking that first point. Nicely done. Let's have a look at the other answers that you could have had. Liberia and Belize were both in there. Topper going 1-0 ahead of Shapes. Shapes with some catching up to do. Let's go on to the second board. English words derived from French.
What are birds? We just don't know.
We just don't know. Shapes, do you know?
Connoisseur.
Connoisseur is there. Good
Is there
start.
anybody there?
Topper's right behind you, though. Topper?
Debut.
Debut is also there. You've stopped your clock.
Are birds? We
But
just
Shapes
don't
is back in to try and turn it back on. Shapes, what have you got?
Temptation.
Temptation. Good spots. 2 and 1. Topper's clock is on. Not so quick on the buzzer here. Could be tying it
Is
up.
there anybody
But Topper's
there?
about to, hopefully, for him, undo that clock. Topper, what have you found?
Gourmet.
Gourmet is there. Well spotted. And the clocks are frozen. Next one to find a word wins the point. If Topper finds it, he wins the round. 1 more in there. Can you find it? Ooh, having a think. Obviously, the letters starting to disappear from the grid. I found it. I was just going to say, I know what I'm looking for, though, to be fair.
are birds? We
Oh,
just don't know.
and Shapes for the point.
Rendezvous.
Rendezvous is the one we were after. Very well played. Nothing more to reveal there. Shapes taking it 3-2. And we go to the tiebreaker board. Board number 3 is Formula 1 racing teams. Oh, slow start. No, neither of you Formula 1 fans, or are we just not seeing anything?
I am, I just can't see it.
I'll just have a chat with the stream while this is going. I hope everyone's well.
Is there anybody there?
Hello, Topper. What have you found?
Benetton.
Benetton. Yes, there is a Benetton there. Shapes, your clock's on.
Is there anybody there?
Topper to take it to 2 ahead.
Brabham?
Brabham. Yes, Brabham is there.
What are birds? We just don't know.
Shapes. Pull back.
I don't know this, but it's. I don't know if it's a team, but it's there. Footwork.
Footwork. Yes, it is one of the answers I've got. Your clock is still on. You need one more to tie it up. Still got time. Letters disappearing a little faster now. Into the danger zone there, Shapes.
Birds? We just
Ooh!
don't know.
Stopping the clock right in the danger zone. Shapes, what have you seen?
Again, it's a guess. Andrea Moda.
Andrea Moda. Yes, you have stopped your clock. There is one to find. Whoever wins, whoever finds it, takes the chevron.
Is there anybody there?
Is it going to be Topper? If you're wrong, I should have added you're frozen out for 10 seconds. Topper?
Alpha Tauri.
Alpha Tauri. Yes, that was the missing answer. Very well played. Oh, that was a close match. Close round. We love to see it getting through all 3 trivia search boards there and finding almost all of the words. But at the end of it, there can be only one winner. Topper, you've won the first chevron.
I'm sorry, man, it took me that long.
Well, Topper, you have taken an early advantage going 5-4 up against Shapes. So we're warmed into the game now. Topper, how are you feeling?
Oh, it's a good start. I'm sure it'll go downhill from here.
Well, good start, but it was a very close game. And Shapes, can't be taken away from you. Very close game. You fought valiantly, even when from behind, and you almost pulled it back. How are you feeling going into the second round?
Too bad. I didn't sort of freeze, which was my fear with the word searches from the games we've seen so far. I've not done too well playing along with those, but I felt like I was kind of tuned in there.
You certainly were, and you gave it a good go, and it only came down to the very, very last answer as it came down to there. But you are behind now, but there's plenty of time to make it up. Let's see if we can start making that up as we go to round number 2. Round 2 is the auction house. You'll be given a category. You need to tell me how many things on that category you can name. One of you will start the bidding at either 1, 2, or 3. From there, it goes between you, +1, +2, +3. If you don't want to outbid your opponent, then you can simply ask them to name them. If they can name all of them, they take the point. If they cannot, then the other person gets the point. Simple as that. For this round, you will need to type into the box on Buzzer Dev. All you do is type in your answer and then press the buzzer to lock it in. You've got a timer of about 15-20 seconds to get each answer in, but it's one at a time that we go through this. You both happy on the rules?
Yep.
Fantastic. Right, let's go to our first auction house, which is Africa's 20 largest cities by population and Shapes. You are opening the bidding. How many do you want to bid? 1, 2, or 3?
Okay, I'll go for 3.
We're starting with 3. Okie dokie. Topper, +1, +2, +3, or is Shapes going to name them?
I'll do +1.
+1, taking us up to 4. Is Shapes care to outbid, or is it going to be Topper's turn?
I'll do +1.
A +1 as well. We're up to 5. Topper, can you make it 6, 7, or 8, or is Shapes going to name 5?
I'll do +1.
We're going +1. We're up to 6. Remember, there are only 20 answers in this. Shapes, can you go any higher, or are you going to let Topper name them?
I'll do +1.
We're going +1. We're up to 7. Topper, +1, +2, +3, or is Shapes going to name them?
Shapes is going to name them.
Shapes is going to name them. So, fingers at the ready. Shapes, Topper, you can take a little breather. 7 of Africa's 20 largest cities by population, if you please.
Birds? We just don't know.
We just don't know, but we have got an answer there of Cape Town. Is Cape Town on the board? It's a good start. We've got 6 to go.
What are birds? We just don't know.
Shape's keeping it quiet and concentrating on his typing here. Going for Cairo next. Also there, and he's already typing the next one before we've even gotten going.
We just don't know.
Lagos is the next answer. Shapes is typing these faster than I can process them. Is Lagos there? Yes, it is. 4 to go, Shapes, to take the first point.
What are birds? We just don't know.
We just don't know. We're looking for Johannesburg. Is Johannesburg there? Yes, it is. Of course it is. 3 more, Shapes. Having a little think now.
What are birds? We just don't know.
Sorry.
Oh. Johannesburg again?
No, that was me clicking into the wrong box.
It's now locked in, so you're going to have to tell me with words and quite quickly what was your next one going to be.
Algiers.
Algiers. Algiers, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Algiers. Is Algiers on the board? It's not, I'm afraid. You would have thought. Other options you could have had were Abidjan, Accra, Addis Ababa, Alexandria, Casablanca, Dar es Salaam, Durban, East Rand, Giza, Kano, Kinshasa, Kamusi, Luanda, Nairobi, Pretoria, or Tripoli. But unfortunately, Algiers is not there. Topper takes the first point of the round. Let's go on to the second auction house, which is UK top 10 hits by Prince. Topper, you are opening the bidding. 1, 2, or 3?
3.
We're going for 3. Shapes, is Prince your area? +1, +2, +3, or let Topper name them?
I'll do +2.
+2. Going for 5. Topper, care for any more, or is Shapes going to go again?
Shapes gonna go again. I know nothing about Prince.
Okay, Shapes. 5 of Prince's UK top 10 hits. Whenever you're ready, click in the right box this time. That's a lot to type.
What are birds? We just don't know.
The most beautiful girl. Are you a Prince fan, Shapes?
Not a huge fan, but no, I do like Prince.
Okay, well, we're starting with the most beautiful girl in the world. Is that there? Yes, it is. 4 more, and you will take the second point.
What are birds? We just don't know.
We just don't know. I'm going to keep saying that. Controversy, is that there? Nothing controversial about this. 3 more, Shapes.
What are birds? We just don't know.
Peach. Is Peach on the list? I'm afraid it is not there, unless it's known by some other title. The answers I have down here are 1999, Alphabet Street, Bat Dance, Get Off, Gold, Kiss, Let's Go Crazy, Little Red Corvette, My Name is Prince, Purple Rain, Sexy MF, Sign of the Times, Take Me With You, Thieves in the Temple, and When Doves Cry were the answers you could have had. But unfortunately, Peach was not one of them. So, bit of a disappointing round, Shapes. You had 2 attempts but not managed to name the man. It means Topper's taken 2 points and he's taken the second chevron. Oh, so Topper piling on the pressure here. 6, I don't even know my own game. 6 chevrons, plays 3 at this point. Top with the advantage, a serious advantage going into round number 3. Let's see if Shapes can do any damage back as we go there right now. Round 3 is the time warp. You'll be given a question or an event. You need to stop the slider on the date or the year that the event took place. Unfortunately for you, you don't get the exact definitions. You only get the start point, the midpoint, and the end point. Whoever goes first will be in the first half of the slider. Whoever goes second will be in the second half of the slider. Whoever gets closer to the target date will win the point. First to 2 points wins the chevron. If it's a dead heat and it's a tie, then no point will be given out. And at the end of the round, there might be no chevrons given out as well. That's how this game works. You've got to work out exactly how far apart you think the slider is moving based on the years that are given to you. The slider will take exactly 15 seconds. Are you both happy on the rules?
Yes.
Fantastic. Let's go to our first time warp board. Topper, you're going to be buzzing first. Between 1875 and 1930, in which year is the main story of the 2018 video game Red Dead Redemption 2 set? Slider starts now.
Is there anybody there?
1897. If Topper knows this, or if Shapes knows this, I should say, then Shapes may have an idea of his margin for error. If he doesn't know this, then he's just going to have to hope for the best. Shapes, your fact. Sometime between 1930 and 1985, in which year was Big Red chewing gum released to the US market? Slider starts now.
I know this.
No, you don't.
What are birds? We just don't know.
1961. Let's have a look and see who was closest. The correct answers were... Wow, Topper just 2 away there. Did you know that one, Topper?
I didn't, but that was the number I had in my head.
What, 1899 was the number?
Yeah, so there you go.
There you go, just 2 away. Shapes, not a bad guess. 14 away, 1961. Actual year was 1975. Topper taking that first point. Dylan claims he knows that. I did. You can't even read the question, Dylan. Right, let's go on to time warp number 2. Shapes, you're buzzing first, and we want to know, sometime between 1860 and 1920, in which year did the Tour de France first take place? Slider, start now! Have a shout, please.
What are birds? We just don't know.
Shape stopping at 1894. Topper, sometime between 1920 and 1980 is going to be your factoid. We want to know, in which year did the world record for the men's 100-meter dash go under 10 seconds? Slider starts now.
Is there anybody there?
1940. Do either of you know... Oh, good lord, that's gone down the wrong way. Do either of you know the actual answers to what you were hoping for?
Not really.
Shapes?
I think if you asked me to give a year, I think it's 1895.
The Tour de France?
For the Tour de France, yeah.
So you think Topper's pretty close? Let's find out. Who was closest? Shapes, you were closest. It wasn't 1895, you'll be relieved to hear. It was 1903. So Topper... hang on. Topper did the Tour de France question. Was... What?
No, Shapes did Tour de France.
Shapes did the Tour de France question, yeah. I was getting confused. Shapes did the Tour de France question. 9 away. It wasn't 1895, so you'd hoped it was 1895, but not a million miles out with 9 away. Topper a little bit further out, 28 years away. 1968 is what we're after. So we go to the third time warp board. Let's take a look and see what we've got. And that's gone over the boundary of the board, but never mind. Topper, you're up first. In which year did Martin Luther post his 95 Theses to the door of churches in Wittenberg, commonly called the birth of Protestantism? It's sometime between 1499 and 1600, and your slider starts now.
Is there anybody there?
1553 is where we're stopping. So Shapes, sometime between 1600 and 1701 is going to be your factoid, and we want to know, in which year was the first edition of Isaac Newton's Principia, the work that stated his laws of motion? That slider starts now.
What are birds? We just don't know.
1654. Let's have a look. Do either of you know, and either of you got an idea?
I was aiming for the middle. And
Aiming for the middle.
I was aiming for... Yeah, my thought is just past the middle.
Just past the middle. Well, you've hit just past the middle. Is that the right answer? Let's have a look. Who was closest? Ooh, it's tight. Only 3 in it, but it was Shapes who was just closest there. 1687 is when Newton's Principia was first published. 33 away there for Shapes. Topper, 36 away for Martin Luther's 95 Theses. 36 away, 1517 is what we were after there. And by a nose, which seems to be a running trend in this match, Shapes takes the point and takes the chevron. That's the end of round 3. And the chevron flips back round, so it's 5-4 as we go into the final round. Can't be any closer than this because there are only 9 chevrons up there. So, how are you both feeling?
Terrified.
Well, because it's a single elimination, so it's a one hit and you're one loss and you're out of the game. But hopefully we'll have fun along the way. We're going to go to round number 4 where the winner will be decided. Let's go there now. Round 4 is on the buzzer. It's very, very simple in this round. You need to buzz in when you know what I'm talking about. If you buzz in and are incorrect, you are frozen out for 3 clues. If you buzz in and are correct, you win a chevron outright. Gameplay keeps going until we've got through 5 questions or until somebody has an insurmountable lead. At which point that person is the winner, and we'll go through to the next round. Very straightforward. Fingers on buzzers, both of you. Very best of luck. Round 4 is on the buzzer. Buzz when you know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to scroll my inspector view down so I can see what the actual answer is. Here we go. 11 clues in this round. Built in 1863. Remember, you can buzz and have a guess, but you're frozen out for 3 clues if you're wrong. Capital.
What are birds? We just don't know.
Shapes with an early buzz here. What do you think?
Is it the Eiffel Tower?
It's a good guess, but it's good, but it's not the one. Eiffel Tower is the wrong is the wrong answer. Topper, you've got 3 free clues here to try and piece it together. Here's your next one. 36. Monument. 27 kilometres long. Sort of discounts the Eiffel Tower at this point. Shapes you back in on the next clue. Hammersmith. Transport.
Is there anybody there?
Mr. Topper.
The London Underground?
I can't take it, I'm afraid. That is not the right answer. Frozen out for 3 clues. Shapes. You have got 3 free clues, starting with this one. Yellow. Named after a shape. London Underground. That's the reason I couldn't take it, Topper. Shapes, what do you think it is?
Is it the Circle Line?
It is the Circle Line. Very well played. Very weird seeing it in green right there, but Circle Line is the right answer. Very well played. Yes, the last clue there would have been begins with C. So, Shapes, for the first time in this match, has got the advantage. Pressure back on Topper. Let's go on to our next board. Buzz when you know what I'm talking about. Athletics. Orioles. Blue Jays. Diamondbacks. Padres. Nationals. Mets.
What are birds? We just don't know.
Shapes, what do you think?
These NBA teams.
What's NBA?
Basketball.
That is not the right answer, I'm afraid. I've just looked it up. Not the right answer. You're frozen out for 3 clues. Top of 3 free clues, which gives you the rest of the board for free. Have a look at the next one. Rangers. Red Sox. Last clue, which you get for free, Topper. Yankees.
Is there anybody there?
Thought you might, Buzz. What do you think it is?
Which of the sports I'll go for? American baseball teams.
I'll take it, yes. Major League Baseball teams is your answer there. You were so close as 1 letter out there, Shapes. Basketball, baseball. Is that 1 letter? 2 letters out. Good game this is shaping up to be. Topper now back with the advantage. 5-4 as we go on to board number 3. Buzz when you know what I'm talking about. Santa Fe. Salter. San Juan. La Plata. Mendoza. Rosario. Mar del Plata. Cordoba.
What are birds? We just don't know.
Shapes.
Are these all in Argentina?
They are all in Argentina. Yes, cities of Argentina. You'd have gone on to see Ushuaia, I think. And then clue number 10, anybody want to tell me what it would have been?
Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires.
It would have been Buenos Aires, would have been clue number 10. So Shapes piling the pressure back on. 2 more boards to go. 5-4. I've not seen a closer game than this. Let's go on to board number 4. It is a match point, so Shapes, if you win this one, you do take the match. Buzz when you know what I'm talking about. Hurricane. El Presidente. Belladonna. Painkiller. Cable car. Blue Hawaii. Zombie.
Is there anybody there?
Topper.
Cocktails.
I need more.
Cocktails with rum.
Cocktails with rum is what I needed. Yes, rum cocktails. That was one of those ones I couldn't give you London Underground and prompt you on that one, but that one, I felt cocktails, I need a prompt. I did need rum with that. So we're going to question number 5. Holy potatoes. The other ones you would have seen there would have been Dark and Stormy, Daiquiri, and Mojito. So whoever gets in with the correct answer here is going to win the match and go on to the next round. Buzz when you know what I'm talking about. And please excuse the frame rate in chat. Papillon. Red Marauder. Red Marauderer, I think, actually. Maori Venture. Red Alligator. Party Politics.
What are birds? We just don't know.
Shapes for the match.
Have these all won the Grand National?
They have all won the Grand National. Very well played. Grand National winning horses is the answer. And you've taken that chevron, and with that chevron, the final question after a back and forth in that round such as the likes I've never seen, the winner is We Like Shapes. What a game, what a game. Topper pressing the advantage all the way through those opening rounds, Shapes pulling it back towards the end, and then so much back and forth coming right down to the last question. You'd have gone on to have seen number 6 Valverde, which is when I would have got the answer, Minella Times, Tiger Roll, Mr. Frisk, and lastly Red Rum. Those were the clues available to the Grand National winning horses. Oh, Topper, commiserations. What a great game you gave us there.
I almost had him.
Almost, you did.
But GG, good game.
Now, IIRC, did you both play in one of the pilot games behind the scenes? I know Topper,
Yes.
you did. Shapes, did you? I think you did.
Yes, I
You
did.
did. So this is for neither of you. This is your first time at the board, so to speak. But sadly for one of you, it is the last time. Topper, you've been wonderful here, and you've been a great contestant, giving us a fantastic battle. But unfortunately, not to be on this occasion. But have you had a good time?
It's been good fun. Thank you, Ben.
Wonderful, always a pleasure. And Shapes, very well played. We will, of course, see you in the next round. Yet to be determined who you'll be playing, or it might have been determined, but I haven't got the spreadsheet open. So very well played. How are you feeling?
Just so relieved after that. I mean, Topper did literally push the whole way, push me all the way. So I just had to try and dig in and grab an opportunity if it came.
Well, your digging absolutely worked, so very well played to you. Very well played to both of you. Thank you for giving us such fantastic entertainment tonight. I'm going to pop you back into the green room. But Shapes, we'll see you in the next round, and Topper, we'll see you in the future. Thank you both very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, what a game. What a game from both players there. Both great sports and really great entertainment. So thank you both very much indeed for that. Now, I wanted to do another game. We have got the Purge still to come, but I did say there would be 2. But unfortunately, I made a bit of a balls up of the scheduling, and I sort of changed it without telling people. So on the schedule, it was Prugs versus Pum and Ben, but that was something I'd done without actually formally letting them know. And I know Prugs isn't available tonight, and I think Pum and Ben latterly wasn't available. I know Matt said he was available. I know Jay White said that they were available as well, but their opponents didn't. So their opponents were Alex and Prey, respectively. So if either of those two are here and are willing to jump in, alternatively, if anyone else who has got a fixture is available to come and play a game, we will do a second game of Buzz Off. You forgot your towel. That was dumb, wasn't it? I'm going to just stay there a minute. I'm just going to turn the camera off a minute because Dylan has forgotten his towel, and I don't want to get banned. The camera is now off, so you can run past. It's on there, but that's not streaming. That's the thing that's streaming. It's not on. Okay. You go. Get your towel, boy. Okay, well done. So, if anybody wants to make themselves known in the chat. If they're available. If not a problem. We'll just move on to the Purge. Say we're already getting to 9 o'clock. We can... Doctor's happy to play again. Well, the next pack we've got is from the Lupine one. The Lupine one, who I know has already had his opening game against Tipster IIRC, in which he was successful. But it's Lupine 1's pack, which is set up ready to go next. So I'll give it about... Try not to. That's absolutely fine, Samster. To just say, I don't put people on the spot. Some people might be up for it. Some people might not be. JY's happy not to play tonight. Oh, well, we'll just got it one game, and I'll make up that other game another time. So it's an ongoing tournament, DKW. We've got the sort of fixtures have been set out. So it's an ongoing tournament that's going on for a number of weeks. And as Score is saying in the way that only Score can, the fact you don't know means you don't have one, unfortunately. So unfortunately, because these are all being bespoke written for the tournament. Sorry, quick message from our sponsor, Kegler Coach.
One trip around the sun. Start year 2.
Thank you very much for the 12 months of support, Kegler Coach. That's enormously kind of you. Thank you for the support. I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing, and you do continue to stick around. Yeah, because all of these, I would do a sort of what's the word? Exhibition game, but they're all being bespoke written, and I haven't got one that I've just sort of got off the. I haven't got one that I've got written that I could use as a spare, so we can't just do an exhibition game. Spotlight is JY. I have to say, very much at the back of my mind. Oh, hello. Salem Stowaway, thank you very much for that subscription. Welcome to the stream. First month subscription. Lovely to have you here. I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing, and it's great to have you. Thank you for the support. I'm here, but I don't think my opponent is. Big Man Admiral, were you playing AJ? I think there was a Scottish derby, and I know AJ said he's not free tonight. Otherwise, I know AJ would definitely be up for that, but I think he's not available this evening. So it's okay. I've got Spotlight in my back pocket. Whoa! A great big noise. Brand new Halo. Thank you very much for gifting out that sub to Exo Alto and kicking off a hype train. I haven't seen a hype train for a little while. Thank you. I say that. I just see it was like last Saturday. I think was the last time we saw a hype train. So thank you very much, Brand new Halo, for the support there, and welcome into Exo Alto. Enjoy ad-free viewing for at least a month. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We will play the Purge, which is the next game. I nearly had one. I don't think did it start earlier? I don't think it started. It was close, but I don't think it actually started. But either way, I'm enormously grateful. We'll play the Purge, which has been written by Riff. Honestly, this Purge pack is a work of art. It's really good. At the end of the Purge, we'll see if we've got any other fixtures. If not, and the time isn't too late. First, a message from our sponsor, Salem Stowaway.
Hype.
Hype indeed. Thank you very much for the 100 bits, Salem Stowaway. We'll see if we've got anyone after the Purge who could do another Buzz-Off game. And first of all, a word from our sponsor, Shadowmane.
I welcome myself back to the special circle of subscribers. Good to be back, everyone.
It's lovely to have you back. Thank you very much for the 6 months of support there, Shadowmane. And welcome back in. Enjoy ad-free viewing for the next month. Yeah, we'll play the Purge, and then if there's people around afterwards to play a Buzz-Off game, we'll do that. Depending what the time is, we might play Spotlight instead if there's no one around and it's not too late. Spotlight takes about 50 minutes. but I know it's a good game to go to because there's generally always question packs available. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to a little ad break. And play some music just while I get the Purge set up. This is Riff Raccoon's pack of the Purge. It's been proofread by Oni, who we don't think is here tonight. When all else fails, Spotlight, yeah, quite right. But it's honestly, this pack is a work of art. You don't want to miss it, so do stick around. Oh, before that, though, I have got to pick a title. Pick a title of the game. So let me have a little read of this. The two people have gone for What's NBA. I don't know if it's the same person. Well, Topper 1 shapes. I quite like that. We do like shapes over here. Shapes did the Tour de France. I've read that as Snape Circle Line. I think it's Shape Circle Line. Nice. That's a very strong contender. I'm not going to read that one just in case. That's another contender. London Underground put Topper 6 feet under the ground like that. Get your towel, boy. I quite like that. I feel that's a little bit too egocentric as to what's going on here. Get your towel, boy. But I do like whoever said that. That's very funny. I do like that. Flip Battle, Dylan's Knowledge Showcase. Oh, I've got a choice of two. There's a couple more just come in. Controversy has just come in. You should have prompted Topper for more about the London Underground. No, I don't think I'm going to. No, that was a good one. But yeah, maybe I should have done. But I thought it wasn't because London Underground was in the clue. But he'd been early. If London Underground had gone, he'd have known that wasn't right. Whereas with cocktails, rum wasn't anywhere in the clue, so it's a fair one to prompt. That's the logic on that. It's quite a difficult one to adjudicate. You're sort of going to make a judgment call in the moment. Okay, so honourable runner-up. I'm just going to clear it and see if there's been any more come in. I don't think they have. Martin Luther not letting the flat, I think, is going to be my honourable runner-up tonight. But I do quite like this one. It just grabbed me when I first saw it. So congratulations. I'll give you 30 pennies, whoever's come up with this title. Thank you very much to Topper and to Shapes, and of course to Oni for writing that fabulous question pack. Do stick around because right after the break we will be playing the Purge, and then later on maybe more Buzz Off, maybe some Spotlight, maybe I'll finish early. We'll have to wait and see. But certainly the Purge coming up after the break. Thank you very much for playing. Thank you very much for watching. You have been watching Mortgages, Swearing, and Two Quizzing Competitors. And now I'm going to roll the credits.
We're never gonna stop, 'cause we never get enough. We burn till we're out of time. And when we get to the end, we're gonna do it again. 'Cause tonight is when we come alive. La 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 la, I'm all about it. La 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 la, I'm all about fun. I wanna dance the night away until we see the light of day. Come give me some.
Don't you wanna come? Don't you wanna come? Don't you wanna come alive?
Whoa, oh, oh, oh. All about the fun. I wanna dance the night away until we see the light of day. Come give me some.
Well done to Natter on picking that title. I did enjoy that title very much. Don't go away because right after the break we will be playing The Purge as written by Riff Raccoon. A beautiful pack coming up. Do stay right there. We'll be back very, very soon. Welcome back to part 2 of Game Night on Saturday the 4th of September, and it's Purge time. What is the code? WHAD. Do type that in if you want to come and play in the game. Mass multiplayer game here with elimination. Oh, and a separate serial quiz next to each other. Get some avatars. Put some avatars there so we can see what you're all about. A brand new Halo as well. Murphy, get some avatars. Amy, get an avatar. That noise, that's a follow noise, isn't it? Thank you very much for the follow there, Knuckles Burridge. Oh, that's something I wanted to say, actually. Welcome, Knuckles Burridge, to the stream. Lovely to have you here. Other people who've joined: Mogra, Amy, Murphy, Reeswing, Kegler Coach, SM Midi, Tadaru, Exo Alto, Prugs, Farron, Tipster, Shanamain, Quizface, good evening, oh hey, Innis, Salem Stowaway, Yoshi, David, I think that was everyone. Maxio, possibly, I may not have said good evening to. Welcome to you if you're still here. Lovely to have you. Hope you're keeping well. So the follow noise is the purge noise, so that could be confusing. While we're joining the lobby, we've got a little bit of space here. We've got 37 in so far, room for 50. Just want to address something that I know I addressed in Ash's server earlier in the week. On Tuesday, there was a flurry of followers that happened over the course of previous to the stream, after the stream, and during the stream. Now, obviously, with everything that's going on with the whole hashtag Twitch do better thing, the hate raids, the bot follows, and all the unpleasantness that is entailed with that, my anxiety sort of went into overdrive, and there was something that happened at the time where an actual person followed, and I almost kind of sort of accused them of being a bot, which I caught myself at the time. There was a number of things that happened, and I profusely apologised for that at the time, and again now. I just want to say it was just off the back of this whole thing that's going on with Twitch at the moment, and the hate raids and everything that is going on with a lot of sort of minority streamers and persons of colour, creators of colour, and it's just really not good enough. Now, not to defend Twitch, they did send an email out, I think yesterday, which was about 3 weeks too late, if not more, sort of at least addressing it. But just to sort of address what that was, I was feeling very on edge about people following because there have been so many followers before and after, at least one of which I knew was a bot, and one of which has come in today which I knew was a bot. What I understand is that actually there may have been a number of genuine new followers, genuine people, because as I understand it, as Ash pointed out to me, I think Ash and I got mentioned in a comment on a YouTube video the other day. I think it might have been Claire's Only Connect video that's on YouTube. Nobody tell the BBC, otherwise it won't be there much longer. Yeah, it was so a lot of new followers who've come in may be genuine followers. So to you, I say welcome. It is lovely to have you here. I hope that you can have a good time, whether you're watching live, watching on the VOD, or playing in the game. It is absolutely splendid to have you here, and thank you very much for the support. I hope you enjoy what you're seeing. There we go. Address that I wanted to say done. It is time for the Purge. This has been written by Riff Raccoon. It has been proofed by our latest proofer, Oni, who, as I understand, is AFK this evening. It's really special. It's been really very well thought out. All I'm going to say at the beginning of it, in fact, let me go to Riff's notes on... In fact, it'll be on the Google Drive, won't it? I'll need to go there. Just give me a second, because there were some notes that I need to say. Other Google Drive. I've got too many Google Drives. Let's go to the Persephone's Chair Google Drive. This should be in Game Night Question Packs. And then the Purge. I've got the pack open for the factoids, but... no, it's not there at all. It's on the proofers sheet. Where is that? Game Night Question Packs, that's the one. Wait, don't go. Here we go. Right, let me see what this says, because there was definitely a note that I needed to mention beforehand. Note from Riff. I'm going to read it to myself first. And I know Riff sent me a DM the other day, which I might just bring up, actually, just to refresh my memory. Hiya, baby. How was your walk? Refreshing? Cathartic. Good. Good to hear.
Soul searching and lots of getting irritated.
Soul searching and getting irritated. Sounds like a good combination. Yes, Riff has had to. I think he said he's catching a plane tonight. So, let me just skim through this. There is a theme. Serial Quizzer, welcome back. I see it with an avatar now. Oh, that's okay if you want to leave, put an avatar and then come back. Great to see that. Salem Stowaway, do come join the game if you're not here already. Type in the code, you'd be very welcome to join us. New name, I think. It'd be good to have you in. You'd be most welcome. There is a meta. I'm not going to say any more at this point, but there is. I mean, it'll be fairly obvious what the meta is, I think, as the game goes on. But I've got all my notes up here, and I've got plenty of factoids as well, which are I'm going to try my best to lean on and go to, because question writers do write a lot of factoids, and I can sometimes be a bit rubbish at referring to them. So time to big brain, yeah, quite. Now. Yeah, that was about it. There's a meta to this game. You'll enjoy it. Congratulations on your team for making a good fodder. Well, my team consists of me, but thank you very much, DKW Duff. I will say that whilst my team consists of me, my team is also very strongly influenced by the community, who are always giving feedback and suggestions on the games. But all of the games here all the original concepts you see are, by and large, it's me, occasionally with consultation with a consultant, David or Score or Ash on occasion, and then further feedback from the community who then get the moniker. But yes, one thing, certainly, it's probably Topper you could probably thank for making clear fonts, because he's always the one to point out how rubbish my fonts are, and this is probably a good example of one where you can see it nice and clearly. But I appreciate your comments there. Thank you very much. So do come join the lobby if you want to play. So this is Rift's Pack. There's a meta running through it. You'll pick up on it as it goes. The objective of the game is to avoid being in the Purge. How it works. In the middle is that thermometer, the Purge meter that we call it. Wolf Pen and Exercise Book 10. Are you in the lobby, Salem? Oh, yes, there you are. You're up on the top left. I see you. Yes, the hive mind can keep you safe in this game, but only for so long. The objective of the game is for enough of the players in the lobby to get the question right so as to avoid the Purge. For every question that enough people do that, the level, the break point as we call it, to get into a Purge drops by 10%. As soon as enough players get a question wrong, we go to a Purge, and everybody who got it wrong or abstained is put into that Purge. You then get a Purge question, which if you get wrong, you are immediately and permanently eliminated from the game. Gameplay continues until we have seen either 20 regular game questions, 5 Purge questions, or 5 or fewer players remain. Whichever one of those scenarios happens first will take us to the final Purge, where the finalists will battle it out for survivors of the Purge. That's about all there is to it. There's multiple choice for the most part, apart from the Purge questions. If everyone abstains, we go into a Purge quiz phase, and if everyone abstains from that question, then everyone is eliminated and nobody wins, which has not happened before. The closest we've come was when there was a game where David Boddicker was the only player left going into the final. He got a final question wrong, was eliminated, and then still won. That hasn't happened since. You'll be relieved here. That was a very early game. But it's nice to see David back in the lobby this evening. Yes, Mr. J himself. So the tiebreaker question is first. The tiebreaker question will be numerical. After that, it's multiple choice until we get to a Purge question or to the final. That's about all there is to it. We've got 44 players in so far, which is very gratifying. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, it's rare to have no winners on the Purge. The Escape Artist, all the time. All the time there are no winners on the Escape Artist. Escape Artist next coming up, I think, on the I want to say the 21st of September, and it's, I think it's David, actually. I'm mentioning you a lot, David. No, I tell a lie. It's Oni's on the 11th. 11th of September is going to be Oni's, which is next Saturday. So it's Escape Artist next week. Hurrah! And Oni's written that. So David's is I think the Tuesday after that. So if you wanted a nudge, David, for that question pack, which I know hasn't come in yet, consider that the nudge. So I'll give you another 30 seconds, then we're going to lock it up and we're going to begin the game. 44 in so far. only one can emerge. There are no gold, silvers, and bronzes in this. But I'm going to give you 30 seconds to claim 10 more pennies if you want them right there. Purge 96, so close. A reverse nice. Purge 96, type it into the chat or to the bot and claim yourself 10 pennies. Oh, is Ben Cam still off? Thanks. What did I turn it off for? Or did I just never turn it on? That was... Purge not tonight, honey, I'm tired. Alright, 10 seconds and then that bonus is going to stop and we are going to begin the game. Oh yes. God, that was a while ago. I probably should have turned it back on before now. Lesser spotted royal flush, here I am. Something I do need to do, remind me before the end, I need to add on bonus pennies for Alex for writing that last pack, and of course for Riff for this game, but I'll do that at the end because I haven't got the breakdown of pennies that go for the packs. I think it's 75 for Buzz Off, but I can never remember that one. Purge I know is 100. Right, let's stop the bonus right there. 40 players, 2 of them new. Welcome to the new players. You'll be added into the database. Let's refresh the app. Exclamation mark pennies, exclamation mark rank if you want to know where you are in the grand scheme of things. Let's lock you in and let's play the Purge. So, starting off with the tiebreaker question. This question will be a number. You need to submit the answer without punctuation, no commas, no full stops, no spaces or anything, otherwise it won't pass into the bot correctly. However far you are away from the correct answer will be your score, and this will be effective at the end of the game if we need to break the ties, which is unusual, but it's always good to warm up and, if nothing else, get used to the controls. So, whispering to Persephone's Twitch bot, and as ever, keep your eye on the chat, because when the question is live in the chat, the question is live even if you've got a little bit of latency at your end on the screen. So, keep your eye on the chat, because that's where the question is going to be. Tiebreaker question, then 20 seconds to get your answer in. Here it is. The largest bottle of Heinz tomato ketchup listed on Heinz.com is 114 ounces, approximately 3.23 kilograms. How many calories are there in this entire container, rounded to the nearest integer? Get your answers in. Your light will go green once an answer has been accepted. If you don't give me an answer, you'll be given max.int, which is a very large number. About 46 quintillion or something like that. 3,802 apparently is the answer we're after. So however far you were away from that one is the tiebreaker score you'll be given, and obviously it's like golf, you want a lower tiebreaker score. 20 calories in the 17-gram tablespoon serving, and there are 190.1 servings in the jug, giving 3,802 calories in total. Thank you to Riff for that. So the meta begins here. 3,802 was the answer to the tiebreaker. Put that from your mind. It may not be important. A or B on this first round. More options will appear as the game goes on. Question 1, the breakpoint is 50%, so if 50% or more of you are wrong, those players who get it wrong will be going into the Purge. Best of luck. Only 2 options, A or B. Whisper it to the bot. 10 seconds to get your answers in. Options are for question 1. B. A. I love that it's come up this way. Which of these letters has vertical symmetry? You need the letter at the top is what you need to type. I think that's about the level of this pack to expect. I'm so happy they have come up in that order. I don't pick the order. That is entirely random, by the way. That's RNG. Correct answer was B. A. A has vertical symmetry, B does not, so you need to type B, A, yes, and we're off. Absolutely. So, if 50% or more of you gave me the wrong answer there, we're going to get to a Purge very, very early on. If not, then we'll go on to the next question. Let's find out. Start the meter. 27.27% able to not able to pass through or didn't get an answer in, but 73% give me the right answer, which is B, A. 14% going for A, B, and 6 players, 14% abstaining as well. Remember this game, you might as well give it a go. If you abstain, then it's definitely going to be wrong no matter what happens. But enough of you have got that one right. Let's go on to question number 2. Breakpoint drops to 40% at this point. Still 2 options, A or B. Here they are. 1, 2. What is the first prime number? Well done. DKW. Duff just getting an answer in the nick of time. Remember, an abstention is treated as wrong in this game. The correct answer here was B2. So when Oni was proofing this was when I sort of went through it with him because it was his first pack, and he said, "Is this contentious?" And I said, "Not remotely. 2 is definitely the first prime number. 1 is not a prime because it would cause quite a lot of mess, such as with the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, which states all numbers greater than 1 are either prime or composite with a unique prime factorization. 1 is not a prime number." Let's find out how many of you knew that. If it's less than 40%. If 40% or more of you got it wrong, then we're going into a purge. Let's find out. Start the meter! Well done, Hive Mind. You avoided a purge there. Just 1 abstention there. 8 people going for 1, but 35 going for the correct answer of 2. Can I extend the timer? No, I can't. Well, I can, but I'm not going to, DKW Daft, I'm afraid. It's supposed to be fast. You get the options first, then you get the question. The timer doesn't start until after the question has finished printing on the screen, so it's more like 15 seconds depending on the length of the question. That is sort of the point of the game, and it's a sort of partially a Google proofing method, because if the question timer is significantly longer, it gives people scope to Google, which is fully banned here on the stream, which I'm sure everybody who is familiar with the stream is very well aware with this rule. Chat is king, as Poconuts is saying. Keep your eye on the chat because that is where the question will appear first. Let's go on to question 3. Still 2 options. Breakpoint dropping to 30%, so getting a little bit tight now. Not very much margin for error, but let's see if the Hive Mind can keep you safe. Question 3, options are Bravo, Alpha. Under what name does Sony market its mirrorless interchangeable lens cameras? And there's time. A couple of abstentions there. Let's take a look. The correct answer was B, Alpha. Alpha was the answer we're after. Just to give you some info on that. The Sony Bravia, not Bravo, is a TV range, but the mirrorless interchangeable lens cameras are the Sony Alpha. But Bravia, not Bravo, is a TV range. So, B, Alpha was the correct answer. Breakpoint is 30%. If more of the people than that got that one wrong, Silent Marine, this feels like a purge. We will find out in just a moment. If 30% or more of you got it wrong, we are going into that first purge. Let's find out. Start the meter. Over halfway there, we're still climbing. There we go. We breached it. Whoa, by quite a way. 59% of you were wrong. 55% going for Bravo. 55% going for Bravo. 5% abstaining. Just 41% given the correct answer of Alpha. So, if you were one of the 18 who gave me the correct answer, sit back and relax. You don't have to play. Well, you can't play in this purge. You won't be in it. Your screen will go dark for a minute, but then you'll be back in the game. For those of you who are in the purge at this point, you will be given a non-multiple choice question. You must give me a full answer whispered to the bot. You've got 20 seconds rather than 10 to get it in. And if you give me a right answer, you rejoin the pack, and that's all well and good. If you get it wrong, though, you are eliminated permanently from the game. So, let's find out which of our 44 players, which 26 of our 44 players are going to be in this first purge. Podo Nuevo, Shadowmane, Free Ruckus, Innis, Cola, SM Midi, Poconuts, Natter, Cetra, Quizzle, Joe Has No Talent, Reese, Kegler, Brand New Halo, MPL Dart, Silent Marine, JY, Amy, Mogra, Dogfish, Samster, DKW, Effrontery, Shapes, Serial Quizzer, and Matt the Ref. You are all in purge number 1. You must give me a correct answer here, or you will be eliminated from the game. Unfortunately, DKW, that is beyond my technical capabilities because of Twitch reasons. I can't get the bot to DM every player because that would be 44 whispers sent from the bot. Even if that were possible, that would not be feasible with the restrictions of the technology that is here, I'm afraid. Just one of these things you just have to learn to live with, I'm afraid. You do get, in fairness, I think you do get used to it after a little while. So, first purge question, full answer required for you 26 players. Here it is. The F in the chat beam originates from a movement in what war-themed video game series? Need a full answer from you here. No multiple choice, abstention or wrong answer, and you are eliminated from the game. Under 10 seconds now. There's your time. Let's find out what the answer was and who got it right and who got it wrong. It's Call of Duty. Call of Duty is what we were after. A Battlefield from Apodo Nuevo, StarCraft from Free Ruckus, Metal Gear from Nata, Borderlands from Cetra, Halo from Amy, no answer from DKW, no answer from Mogra, and Red Dead Redemption from Shapes, and well, I've had a nice day from Matt the Ref. Everybody else given the correct answer will rejoin the pack, but unfortunately that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players giving me the incorrect answer or failing to answer. I'm afraid after a Purge question giving a wrong answer, you know what that means. It is the end of the game for you. You have been purged. F's in chat indeed. Can I get some F's in chat? There we go. F's in chat, keeping in line with the meme. F to pay respects for the purge, quite right. We go on with 35 players. The breakpoint resets after every purge to 50% plus 10, well, the previous start point plus 10. So we're starting at 60% now. Still 2 options as we go into question number 4, A or B. Question number 4, breakpoint is 60%. Options are first, second. According to Dante's Inferno, which circle of hell contains the virtuous pagans? Time. Anyone read the Divine Comedy, Dante's Inferno, to give it its colloquial name? The correct answer is the first circle of hell. Let me give you, I can close that down now actually. AKA limbo. Purgatory is another name for it in Christian culture, certainly. Also, factoid on the last Purge question, the practice of using the letter F to denote sorrow originates from the 2014 video game Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, which features a quick time event reading press F to pay respect or press X on consoles as part of a character's funeral. So factoid there, I forgot to go through. But yes, limbo is the answer, purgatory here. First circle of hell, A is what we wanted. How many of you gave me the correct answer? Let's find out. Start the meter. Well, the third circle of hell is TikTokers. Oh, Jack, you can have 10 pennies for that. I enjoyed that. Are we getting? Oh no, we're stopping. 49% incorrect, 48.5%. I was distracted by Jack being amusing. I'm giving him 10 pennies for being amusing. For completely ignoring the purge meter, it's kind of, I do get to see the results in advance in the inspector. Yeah, quite a few people. 16 going for B, 1 player abstaining there, but 18, just over half, giving me the correct answer, which means we've avoided the purge. Only just, mind you. Let's go on to question number 5. Breakpoint drops to 50%. This is the last question where there are only 2 options, A or B. After this, it will go up to 3, A, B, or C. First circle of Hollis House Martins. I've set a precedent now. I've got to give out pennies for people being amusing. Yeah, you can have 10 pennies for that. It's Otley. Boom, boom, bang, bang. Have some pennies. There we go. I'll just keep 10 loaded there. Keep trying to be amusing. I'll keep rewarding you with pennies. Question number 5, A or B. Options are orange, red. With variations used on the Golden Gate Bridge and in space, Tokyo Tower is painted a colour known as international what? There's your time. Wrong window, Tech Free Gaming must go to the bot, otherwise it won't be processed. Space! I haven't got that. I need to add that to the soundboard, don't I? The only thing I've got on the soundboard at the moment is that one.
That would be an ecumenical matter.
Yeah, it would, Father Jack. Orange or red? Correct answer is orange. International orange is the answer, which is, I must say, something I've never heard of. Variations of international orange are also used in NASA spacesuits and, of course, on the Golden Gate Bridge. That's what the in space was referencing there. 50% the breakpoint. If 50% or more of you are wrong, we are going to purge number 2. Let's find out. Start the meter. Well, says Salem Stowaway, will the hive mind save you? Halfway there and still climbing. And stopping at 37%. Lots of whelp. Hive mind has saved you if you got that one wrong. I'm unfocusing from the inspector at this point, so the frame rate is a little bit better. 2 people abstaining, 11 going for red, 22 going for orange, which was the correct answer. Very well done. You have avoided the purge. Let's go on to question number 6. 3 options now, A, B, or C. I encourage you to read carefully and answer only the letter at the top of the card. 40% is the break point. Good luck to you all. A, B, or C for question 6. Options are C, B, A. Which of these letters is used in the modern Snellen eye chart? Few abstentions going on there. Correct answer is A, C. Only the 9 letters C, D, E, F, L, O, P, T, and Z are used in the common Snellen eye chart. A and B are not used. So you needed to type A, C to get the correct answer. If more than 40% of you are wrong, then we are going into Purge number 2. Let's find out. Start the meter. Focus on the right window. Well, it's certainly not a clean board. Halfway there and still climbing. Slowing down now as we reach that break point. And we're there. Wow! 80% of players were wrong or abstained on that question. 4 going for B, 17 going for A, and 7 people abstaining. Yes, absolutely. A big purge here. At this point, it might be quicker to say who's not in the purge. 7 players giving the correct answer of A, C, or the meta here. Well, let's find out. We are going to Purge number 2. A whole answer is required in order to continue playing in this game. I'm going to read who's not in the Purge. The lucky survivors who get to sit back on this question. Shadowmane got the right answer. Energia, Kegler Coach, MPL Dart, Silent Marine, Jay White, and Serial Quizzer all gave the correct answer. Everybody else is in the Purge. You must give me a correct answer to this if you wish to continue playing. Otherwise, you will be eliminated permanently from the game. Very best of luck to you all. 28 of you in this Purge. Could be going to, not quite going to a final, but if all of you get this one wrong, then could be squeaky bum time. Let's have a look. Second Purge question is: in American football, 6 points are earned by scoring 2 of what? There's time. There were some abstentions, so we will have some default eliminations. Sport question. The answer of course was safe salary. Topper saying rip me. Let's have a look, see what the answer was and how many people got it right. Field goals is the answer. Oh, a lot of touchdowns there. A lot of touchdowns. Touchdown, touchdown, safety, touchdown, conversion, no answer, safety, touchdown, touchdown, no answer, conversion, touchdown, 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 tries, and touchdown. That's a lot of wrong answers. I will be taking on Jay's wavelength. Let's just take a look at the factoid here, see if there's anything that we can quantify. Field goals are worth 3 points. American football tries. I'm just going to cross-reference this. Not that I don't trust Oni and Riff. Tries are worth 4. American football touchdown points. Incidentally, I'm the only one who's allowed to do this. Touchdown is worth 6, so 2 touchdowns would be worth 12. And conversion was the other one that came up. Conversion try after touch is taken after touchdown is worth 2 points. So even there, you couldn't get that. Field goal is the only answer that will suffice there. I may, if I was feeling generous, have accepted goal. Oh, Tech Freak Gaming, just to lighten the mood with some risky business music there. Thank you very much for the 5-month subscription. Very grateful to you. Do continue to enjoy ad-free content, and hope you're enjoying the evening so far. That's a lot of red up on the screen, so I'm afraid, though, that is how this game works, and it does mean Big Man Aaron, Top 1 Gaming, Now Cut That Out, Puzzle Dan, Pokernuts, SM Mini, David Bodycomb, Salem Stowaway, Joe Has No Talent, Murphy Backs, Jack, Claire, Jurs, Dogfish, Prugs, and Tech Freak Gaming. That is the end of your run here. That is a wrong answer on a Purge question, which means you've been purged. Bye-bye. And 35, just like that, becomes 19. Do stick around for the rest of the game. We may play something else afterwards. I'm feeling in the mood to play something afterwards, so if there's people here, we'll do something else. Question number 7. The breakpoint resets to 70%. Still 3 options here, and don't forget the meta. 3 options, A, B, and C. Question number 7. Options are 3, 2, 1. The Vice President of the United States officially resides at what number on Observatory Circle? Blast off, as opponent away vote said. Quite right. Time. Getting a couple of abstentions here. The fewer people there are in the game, the more weight an abstention takes, so you might as well have a guess even if you don't know. The correct answer was C1. 1 is what we're after then. You scroll back up on the page. By law, it is the official temporary residence of the Vice President and not permanent. 1 observatory circle. So, if 70% or more of you gave me a wrong answer, then we're going to purge number 3. If not, we'll go on to the next question. Let's find out. Start the meter. And subtly learning information from osmosis. And we're say 37% incorrect, just over halfway towards that purge meter. 6 people giving me 2, just the 1 person abstaining there. 12 people giving me the right answer. Very well played. Let's go on to question number 8. 3 options, 60% the break point, A, B, or C. Options are Charlie, Alpha, Bravo. What American cable network launched in 1980 and now focuses on lifestyle reality television? Now it's time. I think we've got 100% answers there, which is nice to see. The correct answer was C, Bravo. It wasn't Bravo last time, but it is this time. Let me have a look at the factoid. The channel originally focused on programming related to fine art and film. Bravo is what we're after there. Let's find out how many of you got it wrong. Start the meter. Hey! GG's everyone, nobody getting it wrong. All 19 of you going for the correct answer of Bravo, and very much surviving that question. Let's go on to question 9. Congratulations, your winner. Question number 9, 3 options A, B, or C. Breakpoint drops to 50%. Options are first, second, third. In what position did 13-year-old Brazilian Raissa Leal finish in women's street skateboarding at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics? Time. Let's take a look. Correct answer was B, second. I must say I didn't follow much of the Olympics this year. A tweet of Raissa landed a trick as a 7-year-old went viral years before her Olympic success, thanks to Tony Hawk, of course, the only skateboarder I'm really familiar with. So, breakpoint is 50%. I think just for fun, I might do this one at a time because it's always fun to do that. First of all, let's find out how many people abstained on that question. Just the 1, we're up to 5% so far. So B was the correct answer. How many people said C, third? (15%), 16%, sorry, saying C, third. We're up to 21.05%. How many people said A first? If it's 30% or more, we're going to purge number 3. Continue the meter. We're slowing down. Oh, look at that. Stopping at 47%. The hive mind has just saved you 53%. Give me the correct answer of second. Well done to the 10 players who got that one right, saving the hive mind. If you got that one wrong, you can thank them later. Very well played. We are going on to question number 10. Breakpoint dropping to 40%. Now, the last question where there are 3 options after this, it goes up to 4. 40% is the target we're trying to avoid. Let's have a look. Options are yellow, red, orange. Which of these colours does Kermit the Frog not think it could be nicer to be in It Ain't Easy Being Green? time. Tricky question if you don't know the song. Correct answer is C. Orange. I've got some lyrics here. The first verse is, it's not that easy being green, having to spend each day the colour of the leaves, when I think it could be nicer being red, or yellow, or gold, or something much more colourful like that. How poetic. Very nice, Kermit. However, if 40% or more of you gave me the wrong answer, then we are going into Purge number 3. Let's find out. Start the meter. Within 10% and slowing. We've reached it, 68%. Giving us a wrong answer. Just 6 players going for the correct answer. 2 abstentions. 8 going for red, 3 going for yellow, which means we are going into Purge number 3. If you gave me a wrong answer or abstained there, you will be put into this Purge and must give me a correct answer to survive. Let's find out who is in Purge number 3. Quizface, Shadowmane, Lupine, Itzotli, Innis, Anasep, Colo, Energia, MPL Darts, Silent Marine, Lewis, Effrontery, and Serial Quizzer. You must give me a correct answer here in order to survive. Samster, Reese, Kegler, Brand New Halo, J White, and Quizzle, do sit back for a moment, as you don't have to participate in this one. This is the third Purge question. 20 seconds to give me a correct answer. Very best of luck to you all. Question is, beginning with Q, what standard ballroom dance has its origins in the Foxtrot and Charleston? And it's not wasting any time. First player to get an answer in. A few more coming in now. 10 seconds. Member abstention will treat you as eliminated. Last couple of seconds. Need an answer. Silent Marine and Serial Quiz are failing to get an answer in. The correct answer. Let's find out. And find out who's going home. It's the quick stare. Beginning with Q, Shadowmane plumping for Tango. It might have been right, but unfortunately not. I've had a lovely time, Ben. Thank you very much, Quizface. Querida from MPL Dart. Care from Energia. No answer from Silent Marine or Serial Quizzer. And Quadrille from Effrontery. All of those are incorrect. Quick Step was the answer I was after. Two thought it was Quadrille as well. Well, unfortunately, Quizface, Shadowmane, Energia, MPL Dart, Silent Marine, Effrontery, and Serial Quizzer, I'm afraid you failed to answer that question correctly, which means you've been purged. You didn't see the question, Shadowmane. I mean, it was there. It was definitely there. 12 players now remain as we go to question 11. 4 options now available, and I encourage you to read the options very carefully as they come up, as you've probably twigged to the meta by this point. 80% is the break point, though each player accounting for just under 10%, probably about 9% give or take at this point, with 12 no 8%. 8.5. Each player is about 8.5% at this point. So question number 11, options are C, B, D, A. I love how they're all off by 1 apart from 2 of them. The head of Britain's secret intelligence service MI6 is known by what letter? Time. Didn't give you the factoid for the last Purge question, did I? Let me do that now. There is no factoid because it was just a fact. Correct answer here was A, C. So all heads of MI6 are known. The chief of the secret intelligence service typically signs letters with C in green ink. This originates from the initial used by Captain Sir Mansfield Smith Cumming. Since then, the chief has been known as C. This is something I know from QI, where Clive Anderson made a joke about the Sea Lord, and always signed with the initial C in green ink. One thing I do know about Sir Mansfield Cumming is that his only son, Alistair. No, hang on, I might be mixing up the same thing that happened in an episode. He lost his leg in a car accident, so he had one. Who was C and how many legs did he have? That was it. He had one wooden leg, which he used for, like, he used to stab himself in the leg with a knife during a meeting. Sounds like a right barrel of laughs. Anyway, 80% is the break point. Let's find out how many of you got it wrong. Start the meter. Full disclosure, I have not looked at the inspector. I don't know where this is going to stop. It's much more exciting this way. Exactly half of you, 6 going for C, 2 abstaining, 2 going for A, and 2 going for D. So it's much more exciting when I don't look at the inspector. I might do that for the next couple of questions just to see what happens. Let's go on. Question number 12. Breakpoint dropping to 70%. Still 4 options. Here they are. 4, 2, 3, 1. Yeah, quite right, Joe. Right. The band Blink-182 currently has how many members? I get to share your anxiety. I didn't realise how anxiety-inducing this game can be. Time, by the way. I'm not looking at the inspector for the next few questions because this is enormously exciting. It means I can't do the if it's very close. I can't do the one at a time method, but that's fine. Let's have a look. Correct answer was C3. The current members are Mark Hoppus, Travis Barker and Matt Skibber, originally the band Alkaline Trio. Save for a 4-month period in 2015 when Skibber was a stand-in member, Blink-182 have always been a 3-person band. So, 70% of the breakpoint. Let's find out how many of you got that one wrong. Start the meter. Thank you very much for the 50 bits, Salem Stowaway. Oh! 17% of you were incorrect there. 2 going for 2, and no one abstaining. 10 players going for the correct answer of 3. Did anyone else hear the alert? I don't think I've paused alerts. Maybe Streamlabs has died. But thank you for the 50 bits and the prediction cheer, Salem Stowaway. Let's go on to question 13. 60% now. The breakpoint's still 4 options. Oh, it may be 50. So yes, I think I've set it to minimum to be 100. There we go. Aren't I a terrible capitalist? Apologies for that. But that'll be why. On we go. Question number 13. 60% of the breakpoint options are Alpha, Charlie, Bravo, Delta. What word precedes flight to give the name of a team of Canadian superheroes? All players answered. Correct answer was A, Alpha. A for Alpha on that particular question. Current members include superheroes named Aurora, Northstar, Snowbird, and Sasquatch. So, 60% of the breakpoint. I'm still not looking at the inspector, so I don't know how many players are going to be right or wrong, or whether we're going to a purge. If more than 60% of you are wrong, we are going to purge number 4. Let's find out. Start the meter. Halfway there. Still climbing. More than 50% are wrong, and we're still climbing. We're slowing. Whoa! That was definitely one I needed to look at the inspector for. Just one person going for the correct answer of Alpha, which means we could have a very early winner, which would be a very good excuse to play Spotlight. Only 1 player giving the correct answer, Alpha. 2 going for Charlie. 9 going for Delta. No one abstaining. If no one survives this purge, we have a winner. Well, I'm not actually sure what the build is going to do because I've not really retested the logic since that point. There we go. A word from our sponsor, Salem Stowaway.
Dun dun D-U-U-U-N.
Well done, TTS. You tried. Thank you very much for the 150 bits, Salem Stowaway. So, everyone is going to be in the purge apart from one person. Who is that one person going to be? It's Lewis T. Lewis T. Sit back and relax. Put the kettle on. You get this one scot-free. Everybody else, you are in this purge question, and you must give me a correct answer. If we have 4 or fewer survivors of this purge, we will go straight to the final. Any more than that, and we get to continue in live play. Let's find out. Full answer required. 20 seconds. Very best of luck. Here is the 4th purge question. Riff, welcome. Lovely to see you. No problem. I've been bigging up. As I said, this pack is a work of art. Lovely to have you here. This is your doing. It really is. Let's have a look. 4th purge question. Here it is. What was the middle name of the 6th US president? I will remind you there is a meta in this pack. Just waiting for Jay White here. And there's an answer from all players in the purge. And there's your time. This got a 92% purge. Yeah, it really did. Let me just check the factoid on that last one. Oh no, I did do the factoid. If I do the next factoid, I'll go to the next question. So, remember there's a meta. As I probably should have said that before I launched the question. Let's find out the correct answer and how many got it wrong. Oh, everybody but two, brand new Halo and Jay White, go for John and Graham respectively. Everybody else giving us the correct answer. Quincy, yes. We're looking for John Quincy Adams, president from 1825 to 1829. Not to be confused with Quincy Jones, although that would have been awesome. Quincy was the correct answer. Very well done to the majority who got it right. Very sadly, though, it does mean we have to say goodbye to Jay White and brand new Halo. A great game up to this point, but unfortunately you've given me a wrong answer on a purge question, which means you've been purged. Yes, honk in chat. That's going to be my new thing. I need to put that onto every profile so that I can just honk when people go out. We're down to 10. Every player is now worth 10% of the count. And the breakpoint is reset to 90%. Question 14. There are still 4 options available. That meta is still prevailing through here, so you might have a clue of what's going on. But one more purge, and we will be going to the final no matter what. Can we get through to question 20? This is shaping up to potentially be a perfectly pitched purge pack. Oh, boom. Why have I not said that before? Perfectly pitched purge pack. That is a perfectly pitched purge pack, PPPP, is where we see all 20 questions, all 5 purge questions, and all 4 questions in the final. I've seen it once. I think it was on one of mine, I will say. But yeah, normally the game ends before question 20, or we get to question 20 and we haven't seen all 5 purges. That is a P, more P, more P, more P, and then that reaction. P to purge a pack of perfect peppers. It is shaping up to potentially be that. The breakpoint is 90%. There are still 4 options. Very best of luck. Question 14 options are. Nice topper. Options are 4th, 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. Question is, of the 4 turtles introduced in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme song, in what numerical position is Raphael first mentioned? There's an answer from all 10. And that's time. I'm going to go back to looking at the inspector at this point. Oh, but first of all, a message from our sponsor, Salem Stowaway.
Dare I share early hype for the PPPP?
Dare you. Thank you very much for the 200 bits. We will find out. The correct answer to this question is D, 3rd. As the intro goes, Leonardo's the leader in blue, does anything it takes to get his ninjas through. Donatello is a fellow, has a way with machines. Raphael has the most attitude on the team. Michelangelo, I'll say Michelangelo, but it's Michelangelo. He's one of a kind, and you know just where to find him when it's party time. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I remember that bit. Yeah, I really like that Twitter account which retweets Wikipedia titles with the theme of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's very exciting. So, 90% is the breakpoint. Dare we go one at a time? Nah, let's just put you all in one go. Start the meter. Ooh, we're a third of the way to 90. There's a bet on Ben singing again. That's 2/3 of the way to 90. Stopping at 70 though. Perfectly even split. Well, apart from 4th, nobody. 4th does not show. 3, 3, and 3 on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Hive Mind, very well done. The 3 who got it right, you've saved everybody else. Let's go on to question 15. So the last question, where there are 4 options after this, it goes up to 5. Do tread carefully. Breakpoint is 80%. Here's the options for question 15. Red, yellow, green, orange. According to the movie War Games, among many other sources, the US Armed Forces readiness level DEFCON 2 is associated with what colour? I need 3 of you to get this one right to avoid the purge, because I think if it hits 80% rather than break through it, it does trigger the purge. So if 3 of you got this one right, we're safe on to question 16. Correct answer is A, red. Red was the answer. DEFCON 1 is white, 2 is red, 3 is yellow, 4 is green, 5 is blue, according to that particular film. So, let's go one at a time on that one. First of all, how many people abstained? Two 2 players abstaining on this question. So that's counting for 20% already. How many people said... How many people said D? Let me look at these figures and what's the most dramatic way of doing this? No, let's go a different way. How many people said B? Yellow. Just the one. How many people said C? Green. None. How many people said D? How many people said cyan? Stop being amusing, David Bodicum. I'll give you 10 pennies for being amusing in a minute. How many people said D? Orange. Is it going to breach through? Oh, it's still going! It's still going! You know what that means! 80% of you got it wrong. And we are going into Purge number 5. Thank you for the beautiful meta on this Pack Riff Raccoon, but we are not getting 4444. It is, sorry, PPPP. It is going to be final Purge time after this, because this is the 5th Purge. Just 2 people going for red, 1 for yellow, 5 going for orange. So 2 abstentions. If you just plumped for A, we could have avoided it, had a few more questions, but as it is, only 2 people are not necessarily guaranteed safe to the final. Depends on the result of the Purge, but only 5 can go forward. Let me give David Bodicum 10 pennies for being amusing. David J. Bodicum, there you go, have some pennies. So, who's safe and who's in this 5th Purge question? Lupine, Sotley, Innis, Anisep, Colo, Quizzle, Reese, and Kegler, you are all in this Purge. Samsa and Lewis, rest on your laurels, because you might be in the final already. As for you, 8, you're going to have to scrum it out on this 5th Purge question. You all know the rules by now. Very best of luck. Full answer required. Here is the 5th Purge question. What crowdfunding website was founded in 2008 by Danae Ringelmann, Slava Rubin, and Eric Schell? Kohler just running out of time, foregoing his potential place in the final. Let's find out what the answer was and who was right and who was wrong. It was Indiegogo, only 2 finding the right answer. It's only something beginning with Q. GoFundMe from Quizzle, no answer from Colo. Purple from Anisep, Kickstarter from Reese Win, and GoFundMe from Kegler Code. Only Lupine and Innis survive, which means we've only got 4 players in the final. And I have a feeling they've all won this game before. It's going to be very, very interesting. It does mean, though, at this point, it's Sotley, Quizzle, Kohler, Anisep, Reese, and Kegler Coach. A great battle, well fought, but unfortunately, after the 5th Purge question, you've gotten it wrong, and you've been purged. So we don't need to do the scoring system. We've just got Lupine, Innis, Lewis, and Samster for what it's worth. 8, 8, 10, and 13. Lewis 13 out of 15. That is a huge effort from them. So very, very well played. He's going to go in with the advantage. Let's just check the historic medal table for this game and make sure. I think these 4 have all won it before, but I'm perfectly prepared to eat my words if I am wrong. Let's have a look and go to leaderboards and medal tables. Come on, app, load. Stop being slow. Thank you. The Purge survivors. Samster has done it once, certainly. Lewis T has never survived the Purge. The Lupine 1 has never survived the Purge. Innis C has never survived the Purge. So only Samster here has done it. I'm mixing Lupine up with Escape Artist. I know Lupine has won the Escape Artist a couple of times. But Innis is going to be looking to add this to his medal cabinet. He's got pretty much one of everything else, but Samster is the only one of these 4 players who have previously survived the Purge. Now, because we've only got 4 finalists, we're not going to get to see all 4 questions. We're only going to get to see a maximum of 3. Here's how the final works. All but 4 players have been purged, but only one of you can emerge as the champion. So, Lewis, as the high scorer, you're going to get the choice of who goes first. You're currently leading, will therefore decide whether you play first or last. F or L to the bot, whether you want to go first or last. Lewis has chosen to go first, so questions are going to be asked in descending order, starting with Lewis, descending order of points, that is. I really need to update that and get rid of that because that line is very archaic at this point. So, you'll be given half a question. You'll be shown half a question. You need to decide based on that half a question whether you want to play or pass. If you play it and get it right, you can choose someone else to eliminate. If you pass it and they get it wrong, they knock themselves out. If you play it and they get it... Sorry, if you pass it and they get it right, or if you play it and you get it wrong, you knock yourself out. And that's based on half a question. You will be shown the full question before after you've made your decision, but the choice is whether you play or pass. If you're going to pass, please tell me who you are passing to so that I can assign the question accordingly. Lewis, you're up first. Decide whether you want to answer this question or nominate somebody else. And remember, if you want to nominate somebody else, you must tell me who in your response. Doesn't have to be exact, but some indication would be great. Half a question then. In music theory, A, play or pass? Passing over to Ralph. Lupine. Question has been passed to you. Don't press roll credit. I need to get rid of that button, really. Where are you? The Lupine one. So, Lewis choosing not to play this question, so Samster in this, you can relax. It's either going to be Lewis or Lupine going out after this question. But Lupine, this question is for you. So, here's the question in full for you, Lupine. Very best of luck. 20 seconds to get your answer in. In music theory, a G7 chord consists of 4 notes. Name 3 of them. Going for A, F, and G. A, F, and G. Correct answer is G, B, D, and F. 2 out of 3 is not good enough. I would have accepted F sharp. The funny thing about this actually is that Riff actually put down as a factoid on this one. I figure Ben doesn't need a factoid for this one, but this was the question that probably Oni and I had the most discussion over, because depending on your interpretation of G7, G7 could be G, B, D, and F sharp. That's a G major 7. G, B, D, and F is G7. Or G7 minor, depending on your jazz notation. So I would have accepted F or F sharp. I wouldn't have accepted F and F sharp. As it happens, academic, good pass there from Lewis. You have survived that purge question, and Lupine, you have not. I'm afraid you have been purged. First, third, and fifth music, yeah. Goes up to the 7th, so yeah, the 7th note would be F or F sharp, depending on your interpretation. Would have accepted either, but not both. So Samson, the only person who has survived the purge out of the 3 remaining players. Onus is now on you to make a decision on this question. Again, you'll be shown half a question, decide whether you want to play or pass. And if you're going to pass, please tell me whether it's going to Lewis or to Innes. Here's half a question, Samster. Magnolia, Juniper, and Holly in... Hey Adster, welcome to the stream, mate. Nominate Innes. So 2 questions and 2 passes so far. This one is going over to Innes. So Innes, whether your soul was prepared or not, now is your time to shine. This question is for you. Sailor thinks they know where this question is going. Well, let's find out if Innes does, and if Samson's going to regret it. Lewis, you're free on this one. You're definitely down to the final 2. Depending on the outcome of this will determine whether it's Samson or Innes you're playing. Best of luck, Innes. Here's that question in full. Magnolia, Juniper, and Holly in golf are most associated with holes on a course in which US state? Saying Georgia. Is that the right answer? Certainly is. Absolutely solid knowledge there. Innes really wanting this medal in his cabinet. These are holes at the Augusta National Golf Club, home of the Masters tournament. Magnolia is hole 5, Juniper hole 6, and Holly is hole 18. Very good play there. Good knowledge from Innes. That was a bad pass from Samster. Innes has got that one right, and I'm afraid it means you have been purged. So we are going to have a new winner this week on The Purge. Will it be Lewis or will it be Innes? Both of these formidable contestants. Let's just take a little sneaky peek into their medal cabinet, because I can do that with the app right here. First of all, Innes, because he's first alphabetically. No, not that one. Let's pick the next one. There you are. So, 2 bidding war golds, 3 big break silvers. It's arm wrestle 2 to get some golds on that. 4 golds in Cryptex, 2 in Danger Zone, 3 deciphered lobby victories, so no, not been in the hot seat for that game, or if you did, you didn't win. 2 in Google That, 2 golds in Google That, 2 golds in the Pyramid, 2 golds in Red Herrings, 3 golds in Risky Business, yet to take the gold in Spotlight, and that is the question, though those are relatively new games, yet to take a Purge survivor. Also notable, Innes has not yet survived the Escape Artist, which is of course coming up next week. As for Lewis, let's take a look at Lewis's medal cabinet. 1 silver in Danger Zone 2, 2 Escape Artist victories, 1 gold in the 1 Pyramid victory, and 1 gold in Risky Business. Again, not survived the Purge yet, but has survived the Escape Artist twice. Probably the most similar game in terms of substance and elimination. Let's see what they can do with this. Oh, Twitch window, come back so I can see my chat. I'm going to press refresh. There we go. So, Innes, the decision is going to be with you on this final question. It might be because I maximised the screen, to be honest. That's probably what that is. And again, if you wish to nominate, you don't need to tell me who you're going to nominate here, because of course it's going to be obvious it's Lewis. But half a question, best of luck. Featuring a raccoon-assisted dog napping, the movie with the subtitle Play or Pass. 3 questions in the final and 3 passes, so only seeing 3 out of a potential 4 questions here, and it is being passed to Lewis. So Lewis, you've not gotten away with answering a question. Innes did answer 1 question correctly, so it's going to be 1 question each, and Lewis, your fate is in your own hands. This question is for you. So, final question of the Purge this evening. Very best of luck, Lewis. Here it is in full. Featuring a raccoon-assisted dog napping, the movie with the subtitle 7th Inning Fetch appears in what movie franchise? Lewis is saying Air Bud. I do remember the first one where he played baseball? No, basketball. And the second one where he played baseball, which was Air Bud Golden Receiver, possibly, which sounds really dodgy with the benefit of a cynical adult view on life. I remember the first one. I remember watching the first one a lot when I was a kid. I don't remember one called 7th Inning Fetch, but it sounds plausible. Is Air Bud the right answer? Yes, it is. Lewis, you have successfully answered that nominated question, which means there is no need to pass sentence on Innes. Innes, that was a bad pass. Lewis has gotten the right answer, and afraid, Innes, it means you have been purged. Which means after 15 questions of main game, 5 purges, and 3 final purge questions, 1 player has emerged head and shoulders above the rest. Congratulations on your first victory. Lewis T, you have survived the Purge. G to the F sharp. Prudes have 10 pennies for being amusing. I always like a callback, especially a music-related one. Lovely, 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 lovely. Have 10 pennies. Oh, fantastic, fantastic game. And what a beautiful question back. I said it was a work of art. There's 5 whole questions there with the same theme that we still haven't seen, which I'm going to leave with Riff to decide if he wants to reveal them. And we could maybe see those at another time in another quiz. Lewis, you have survived the Purge. Very well played. There is your medal for your cabinet. Of course, you get pennies for every question you get right in this game, so there's no direct pennies for winning, but the logic there, Lewis answering the most questions will get the most pennies. I think it's 5 pennies per question in this game, so that's nice. I'll refresh those in just a minute. Riff, absolutely gorgeous question pack there, my friend. Thank you very much. It was a work of art. Absolutely delightful, so thank you very much for providing that. Riff Raccoon, 100 pennies with an author bonus set as well. Did I Let's just open up some old tabs to see if I've got the right tab there. I think it might be on the other spreadsheet. I have a feeling it might be on the spreadsheet. I can't remember. I need to give Oni some... Yeah, it is on the other spreadsheet. Bollocks. I need to give Oni some pennies for his buzz-off pack earlier on, which I haven't done yet. But a really nice concept. Nice to have something a little bit meta there in the Purge, which is a game that's been around for about a year now. We've been playing the Purge. So always good to see things have a little bit of a different take on it. Very well done to Lewis on surviving the Purge. Now, it's 10:15. Have I got 2 players who have a buzz-off fixture who want to play, or do you want to play Spotlight, or should we finish on time for a change? Shall I leave you wanting more? I haven't got another Only Connect pack prepared, I'm afraid, so I can't do that. You'll have to ask Riff if you want to see the full pack, Jay White. That's not within my gift to give, I'm afraid. Well, I mean, it technically is, but I'm going to leave it to Riff to decide if he wants to use those in another pack in the future. What's finishing on time? Yeah, I don't normally finish on time, to be fair. Riff is here if Claire is. Not well today, so not. That's fair, Claire. What is time? What even is time? Yeah, if Sam's... I'm not going to bench press people into playing if they don't want to play. It's just if there happens to be... No, please don't be sorry. Please don't make apologies for, not being up for it. It's not on schedule. So that's completely fine. If we only have one tonight, we only have one tonight. Just on the off chance. And I hope you feel better. Have the disease. I hope you feel better seeing Claire. That does suck. Have you had 2 jabs? Or just one? If Oni is around, you'll play. Otherwise, Night's a good idea. I've not seen Oni all night, actually. So I have a feeling he may not be here. Both jabs months ago. Oh, fair enough. Is it the disease then? If it is, then hopefully it's having limited effects with your double jab. But do get well soon. Right. Do I want to play Spotlight? Can we get a poll? Have I got a mod here? Score or Colo? Oh, Ash is here. Hi, Ash. Well, he's in chat anyway. He's probably lurking. Can we get a poll? Because if there's enough people to play Spotlight... Megs, do you want to play Spotlight? You'd play? Megs would play. Hello, mate. How was the gig? Hope it went well. Spotlight's about 40-45 minutes, Silent Marine. 40-45 minutes, something like that. Yeah, 50 minutes, give or take. And I know there's always packs for it. If we want to do one more, I will play one more. If everyone's going to disappear as soon as I go to it, then I won't. But Coda says go on. How? I'm going to go to an ad break and I'll come and set up for you in just a tick. I've got to play now, I told Meg. Alright, go on, let's play Spotlight. Can't go wrong with a bit of Spotlight, and I'm very grateful as ever to the question writers of this game. I'm going to take a little break because I've run out of white wine, for shame. So I'm going to have to go and get Southern Comfort and lemonade, because that's always very nice. Thank you again to Riff for this wonderful question pack, to everybody for playing at home. I have got a bottle of red wine, but it's not quite the season for red wine. It has to be done in the
Yes,
in
it
the
is.
winter. Is it? Is it really?
Probably not. I don't know. I'm too miserable at the moment. So.
I know. I'm sorry.
Not your fault.
I know it's not my fault. 5 people have voted for Now I Want the Void. 11 people have voted for Spotlight. I'll wait for the poll, but it looks likely we're going to play Spotlight. So if not, I'll come back, we'll do Beat the Bee, and then I'll end the stream if the poll goes. Okay, the poll, 13 people want to play Spotlight, or at least 13 people. Okay, we'll play Spotlight. I'll go to a little ad break, get myself another drink, go and see my wife briefly. This is not the season for red wine. It's not. I drink red wine in the winter. I drink white wine and Prosecco in the summer, and red wine generally only in the winter. Lager, cider, Southern Comfort all year round. Port in December. It's just... Also, I've had a bottle of white... Well, I think I've had a bottle of white wine tonight. Well, not tonight, over the course of the day. Well, that doesn't sound any better, does it? What did I start drinking? About 6 o'clock, I had a glass of white wine, and then I had a glass with dinner, and then a glass with stream. So, anyway, I'll shut up now, for fear of giving any more of my latent problems with you on stream. Let's go Spotlight bonus for y'all. Thank you to Riff, and very well done to Lewis. You have survived. Actually, I'm going to stop that. I'll put it out again in a minute because I don't want it to overwrite the data in the wrong way. Congratulations to Lewis. You have survived the Purge. Back in a minute with Spotlight. So stick around, because after the break we'll have some spontaneous spotlight. Oh, another good alliteration moment there. Do stick around if you want to play. It's a mass multiplayer without elimination, so you can play for the duration, and it'd be lovely to have you. Stick around, I'll be back very shortly. Welcome to Spontaneous Spotlight, which is going to have Mrs. Flush playing in the wings. She's over behind me. She's got the headphones on. She's waving. Oh, she's not got the headphones. She's umming and ahhing over whether to wear the headphones, so whether she hears me in real time or like 5 seconds later. Spontaneous Spotlight. It's becoming the MO of this game. I love it because everything is proofed weeks in advance, and it uses a sort of database of question packs rather than one single question pack, which means everybody can play, and it means if we got something to fill in time at the end, it's great for that. So huge thanks in advance to all our question writers. Haven't forgotten I need to give Oni some pennies for his buzz-off pack earlier on, but turn the camera on. If you want to play Spotlight tonight, I need to load up the profile. That's not the profile. There it is. You need to type the code into the chat. Jobba. Otini. No, that's Moon of Endor, not Jabba. Jabba the Hutt. Sorry, channeling Star Wars Episode 1 there. Welcome to the game, all of you. Welcome on in. This is a mass multiplayer game that you can play throughout. There's no eliminations in this game, so you get to play for the duration. It is niche knowledge is the order of the day. You will be given a board of 8 categories. Sorry, I've moved to Southern Comfort Lemonade. Cheers. Nostrovie, your astonishingly good health. Join or be an arse as a front. Oh, have 10 pennies for being amusing, effrontery. I like that a lot. Effrontery, where are you? Effrontery. Effrontery, there you are. 10 pennies, there you go. So you get pennies just for being amusing here. So yeah, niche knowledge is the order of the day. You'll be given a board of 8 categories. Each category has got 3 questions within it, 1 easy, 1 medium, 1 hard. And you... one player is put into the spotlight. You get 1 point for every question you get right. If you're in the spotlight, you want to stay in the spotlight as long as possible, because if you're in the spotlight when we get to the final, which is after 6 categories, you get to bid for the leaderboard, which I will talk about a little bit more in a bit. If at any point you get 2 out of 3 questions incorrect, any 2 out of 3, then you are ejected from the spotlight and somebody else will be brought in your place. You may join at any point during this game. Something by the barrel. It's not a barrel. This is a gin glass that my mum sent me a couple of gin glasses for my birthday last year. It was sort of at a point. It might have been last year. It might have been Christmas, or what do you want for birthday or Christmas? I don't know. Gin glasses. Was it a birth? Was it last birthday? She sent me a couple of gin glasses, which are quite nice. They now sell these in Tesco's, but I like to think that this is a slightly nicer one from Amazon, judging by the package it arrived in. Yeah, Southern Comfort Lemonade, because we've run out of wine. Joba Fett, Joba the Hutt. We've got 2 Star Wars references going on. I love it. So this is a game you can join midway through. What's the medal table looking like for Spotlight at the moment? Let's take a look. Let's look at the Spotlight leaderboard first of all. Prugs is at the top of the Spotlight leaderboard with 18. Oni in second with 8. Leapine Frime with 6. Samster with 4, and then AB Me and Mark in joint 5th with 3. As to the medal table, Toot has got 3 gold medals, Claire's got 1, DJ's got 1, Jack's got 1, and Prugs has got 1. So that's the medal table and leaderboard. So there's sort of 2 halves of the game. There's a lobby game and there is a hot seat player game, but the hot seat player can change at the drop of a hat if you don't play too well. So not as much meta in this as in Rift's last pack. So you can join midway through. So what I'm going to do is lock up the lobby and bring somebody into the spotlight now. Opponent Nuevo, you are first in the spotlight this evening. Welcome to the game. In order to progress the gameplay, you need to whisper something to Persephone's Twitch bot to let Persephone's Twitch bot know that you are still here and not AFK. There we go. Let's go to the categories board. So, Opponent Nuevo. The options tonight are Craps by Zeus, Britpop by Jogging Chum, Micronations by Oni, Junior Eurovision by Dogfish, Female Rappers by Now Cut That Out. It's all about the cockerel. 3 games in a row that's come up by Jay White, not yet been picked. Chernobyl by Sotley, and Children's Literature by Jack Wilfred. Notice that there are 8 unique authors. 6 of them will be faced this evening. I'm not going to re-roll any of those. So, Opponent Nuevo, whisper a letter as to which category you would like to face first, and I will make sure I give 25 pennies to whoever's pack you select. Jay White's It's All About the Cockerel has certainly appeared 3 games in a row and not been picked. And there we go. It has finally been picked. Jay White, your pack is up for grabs. So Jay White, if you are in this game, you won't be able to answer this question, but you get 25 pennies and an author credit from me right now, and you get 3 free points in the round. As to everybody else, if you want to use your Joker on this, Joker will give you double points for right answers, but you will lose a point for wrong answers. It's the only time where abstaining is really a valid strategy if you don't want to use a point. And if you want to use your Joker, you get 1 throughout the whole game, and you can't use it in the final. If you want to use it, it's 3 exclamation marks into the chat now. Slightly cryptic sounding round. Only Innis playing the Joker on this particular round. So, Apodo, any more than 2 out of 3 wrong. Sorry, 2 out of any 3 incorrect, and you will be eliminated from the spotlight. As for everyone else, it's all multiple choice, A, B, or C, all the way down. Very best of luck to you all. Let's go to the question board. It's all about the cockerel by Jay White, and that noise means that someone has just hosted. Who has just hosted? I can't quite make it out. Is it Maxio? I haven't got Streamlabs open for a change, so I can't say. But thank you very much for that host. A, B, or C, then, whispering to the bot. Keep your eyes on chat. Here is question number 1. What part of cockerel gives its name to a Hong Kong breakfast item filled with a mix of desiccated coconut, sugar, and butter? Is it its comb, its wings, or its tail? Answer now. Thank you for the host, Maxio, and thank you for letting me know, Natter. Just a reminder, abstaining when in the spotlight will count as the wrong answer. It's tail. It's tail. Breakfast item filled with a mix of desiccated coconut, sugar, and butter. More cocktails. Oh, lupine. Oh, very good. Have 10 pennies for being amusing. Oh, you're under T. T for the lupine one. There you go. Have 10 pennies for being amusing. Oh no, that was an author credit. Shit. I need to take 10 pennies off you, and I need to take an author credit off you. Remind me later on. Right, its tail was the correct answer. Let's take a look who got it right. Green if you were, red if you were not. Good start for Apodo in the spotlight. 1 for 1 so far. Quite a lot of red on there, including Innis, although you can't go into negative scores on this game. I think it's 5 pennies for every question you get right, so scores aren't a big point. Ben Giveth and Ben take it away. Yeah, I'll take 10 pennies off you later, Lupine, and also an author credit. Let's go on to question 2. On the cockerel. Yes, darling?
I answered, but I haven't gone red.
Did you go green?
No, I didn't go any colour.
Did you answer out of time?
Maybe, but I didn't think I had.
Might have been eaten by the bot. Occasionally that happens. If in doubt, answer twice. Right, question number 2 on It's All About the Cockerel. Have a look at this. What criteria used to identify disease-causing organisms in microbiology named after its German inventor? Is it Koch's postulates, Kerr's postulates, or Reil's postulates? Answer now. There's your time. Koch's postulates. Leave Lewis's postulates out of this. Koch's postulates is the correct answer. Let's take a look and see how many of you got it right. Ooh, Apodo's slipping up. Mrs. Royal Flush, you've gone green that time. Yay, 1 point. But Apodo has gone red, which means if you get any of the next 2 questions wrong, Apodo, you will be ejected from the spotlight, so tread carefully. On we go, question number 3. What value is used to regulate the flow of fluid through a pipe in engineering? Is it cease cock, stop cock, or halt cock? Answer now. There's your time up. I hope it's B, stopcock. It is B, stopcock. Very nice indeed, yeah. Stopcock is used to regulate water flow through a property or through a pipe.
What you say to people being dicks on a night out. Stopcock!
It's also what you say to people being dicks on a night out. Input from Mrs. Flush right there. Let's take a look. How many of you were right and how many of you were wrong? Podo looking good there. In fact, everybody who played that giving the correct answer. Mrs. Flush, you didn't give an answer there.
I did.
Oh.
I honestly did.
May have gone out of time. May have gone out of time.
It wasn't out of time. I did it twice and the thingy was still going.
To the bot?
Yeah.
That's very strange. I don't know what's going on there then.
I got the answer right as well, so I'm doubly pissed off.
I'll try and award you an extra penny later on. Welcome to the game, Jers. Nice to see you. Apodo, you have survived that category, which means you get to pick the next one. Craps, Britpop, Micronations, Junior Eurovision, female rappers, Chernobyl, or children's literature. What is going to be next, Apodo? Remember, you've got to get the first question right or you'll be ejected from the spotlight. We're going for Craps by Zeus. Let me find Zeus, who's normally at the bottom of the list because he begins with a Z. Give him 25 pennies. There you go, Zeus. And if you want to play your joker on Craps by Zeus, 3 exclamation marks into the chat now. Zeus, of course, will get 3 free points for this round as the question author. Wherever he's gone. I thought I saw him show up. Where are you, Zeus? Exclamation mark ID if you want to find yourself. Oh, there you are, top left. Currently on 6, yes, getting 3 free points for this round for being the question author and 25 pennies. Just before I forget, I need a notepad file. Take 10 pennies from Lupine and 1 author credit. Add buzz off author pennies for Oni, because I'm really paranoid I'm going to forget that, so I'm just going to write it down. So, the category is Craps. Zeus, you won't be able to answer, but Apodo, you've got to give at least the first one right in order to survive. Let's go to the question board. Here's question 1. What is the first roll of the dice known as in a round of craps? Is it the come out roll, the California roll, or the lobster roll? Answer now. I've just seen what you wrote, brand new Halo. Do behave. It's the come out roll. I would have thought something else, but no, the come out roll is the correct answer. Frontier going out years ago. Let's take a look and see how many of you were right. Green if you were. A lot of people getting it right, including Apodo, which means you get to stay in the spotlight for at least 2 more questions. Let's go on to question number 2 on craps. Also note Apodo is actually playing the Joker on this round. Whoa! We're going to be interrupted by the red herring sting. And GM Rubik's out of nowhere gifting 5 subs to the community. Welcome to Ricardo Del Juego and Yoshi8330 and True Anonyman and Joey Gatorman and Sinclair Search. Yes, the extended remix. It's September, of course it is. No message there, but thank you very much indeed for the generosity, GM Rubix, and welcome on in. Hope you're having a good night. And that was a moment of levity amongst the darkness of Spotlight. Let's go on to question number 2 on craps. Which of these dice rolls in craps can be referred to as a ballerina? Is it double 3, double 4, or double 2? Answer now. Double 2 was the correct answer there. Let's take a look and see what you said. Surely it should be a Desmond, a 2-2. Very nice, Jack. I'm tempted to give you some pennies for that, but it feels a bit easy. Let's take a look who got it right. Apodo, you're flying here. 6 in the spotlight so far. A little blip in that first category, not to your detriment. You're still going strong right here, right now, right here. Sorry. Right, one more question on craps. Let's take a look at it. The game Craps is an English variation of which game mentioned in the Canterbury Tales? Is it Hazard? Is it Resolve? Or is it Earnest? Answer now. I'm not the one who keeps track of sync out, Silent Marine. I'll do me on my streams, I'm sure. Hazard is the answer. Let's take a look and see what you said. Incidentally, anybody wishing to join the game, JOBA into the chat and you will be brought into the game. You can ID yourself as well if you're not quite sure where you are. Green if you were right. Bodo flying through up to 8 points, and quite a lot of green going on there. Just a couple of reds, not too many. Yeah, that is the situation at the end of that second category. Very well done, Apodo. You survived 2 categories. Let's go pick a third. JOBA, if you want to join the game, we're left with Britpop, Micronations, Junior Eurovision, female rappers, Chernobyl, and children's literature. What's it going to be, Apodo? Chernobyl by Sotley. Thank you very much for this packet, Sotley. You won't be able to take part in this one if you are in the game, but you will get 3 free points, and you'll get these 25 pennies and this author bonus as well. And if you want to play your Joker on this, double points, or -1 if double points if you're right, -1 if you're wrong. 3 exclamation marks into the chat now. Chernobyl. Okie dokie. Energia, Jack Wilfred, Silent Marine, Quizface, Prugs, Free Ruckus. I think that's everybody playing their Jokers on this round. Apodo, you're storming through up to 8 points. Let's see how you get on with Chernobyl. Here's question 1. Yeah, likewise, Energia. It keeps being recommended. We've got so many shows that we're trying to watch at the moment. This is just one that's not quite too high at the priority list. Have a look. Question 1. The city of Pripyat is located in which modern-day country? Is it Ukraine? Is it Estonia? Or is it Belarus? Answer now. Correct answer was A, Ukraine. I can confirm my log said Mrs. Royal Flush tried to answer more than once there, so it's definitely working now. Ukraine was the correct answer. Let's see how many got it right. Green if you were. Plenty of green up on the board there. Just a couple of wrong answers there. But Apodo staying green, looking likely to pick the next category. Let's go on to question 2. Which reactor exploded on the 26th of April 1986? Is it reactor 3, reactor 4, or reactor 2? Answer now. Again, that's the second time it's randomised the order 3-4-2 in the same game. There was a 3-4-2 earlier on. 3-3, 4-4, 2-2. RNG gonna have its biases, I'm sure. In this case, it is reactor 4, not a 2-2 on this time. Reactor 4 exploded on the 26th of April 1986. Let's see who was right. Green if you were. Ooh, a few more red lights up there, not quite so many greens, but Apodo is staying green and now up to 10 points in the spotlight. It means you are definitely going to be able to pick category number 4, Apodo, but you want to keep that advantage and get this next question right if you can. Let's go there now. 4 is double 2, that's a good pointer for run 3. Question 3 on Chernobyl. Who played Deputy Chief Engineer Anatoly Dyatlov in the 2019 TV miniseries Chernobyl? Was it Stellan Skarsgård? Was it Jared Harris? Or was it Paul Ritter? Answer now. Paul Ritter was the answer. Again, if you've not seen it, this might be a tricky question. Oh, Paul Ritter. Did Paul Ritter die? I didn't know that. I'm going to have to Google that. I'm assuming so, since you've said Paul Ritter rip. Yeah, earlier this year, 5th of April. I recognise him from something. Was he in Harry Potter? Yes, he was. He was in Half-Blood Prince. Who was he in Half-Blood Prince? And the other ones. Who was he in that? He looks like David Thewlis a little bit. Who was he in? Someone tell me who he was in Half-Blood Prince. Someone's going to tell me in a minute. Vampire Sanguini. Well, I didn't know that. Anyway, oh, non-speaking cameo, fair enough.
His wife is called Polly Radcliffe.
Polly Radcliffe, no relation to Daniel.
No idea.
No idea. No Googling during the game then. C. Paul Ritter was the correct answer. Let's have a look and see who got it right. Green if you were. Oh, Apodo slipping up. Second wrong answer in the spotlight. Remember, you've got to get the next 2 correct in order to progress with this. Quite a few red lights up there, but plenty of green as well. 1 or 2 people abstaining. Don't blame you if you had your Joker active there. That is the end of the third category. We're halfway through the opening of the game. Let's go back to the category board. Britpop, Micronations, Junior Eurovision, Female Rappers, or Children's Literature are your remaining choices, Apodo Nuevo. You've got to get the first 2 questions on the next category right, or you're going to be ejected from the spotlight. We're going for Female Rappers by now. Cut that out. Toot, you won't be able to answer on this round. You will get 3 free points, and these 25 pennies. Where are you? And now cut that out. There you are. 25 pennies and an author bonus. And if you want to play your Joker on this round, 3 exclamation marks into the chat now. Female Rappers is the category. Effrontery, Polka Dots, MPL Dart, all activating. And Zeus at the last second as well activating. So 4 Jokers active in this game. Apodo Nuevo on 1 strike as we go into the first question on Female Rappers from Toot. Here's your question. Which of these is a song by Doja Cat? Is it Oink, Moo, or Meow? Answer now. Things I never thought I'd say on this stream. Huh? Things Mrs. Flush will pay me to say on this stream. Moo is the answer. I have no more information to give. Thank you very much to Toot for this question pack. If you gave me B Moo, you'll go green. If not, you're gonna go red. Bitch, I'm a cow, says. Cut that out. The Ben says Moo. He does indeed. Green if you're right. Oh, Apodo, that's 2 wrong in a row. Along with a lot of other people, you're not alone there with the wrong answer. But it does mean 2 out of 3 incorrect. I've a good effort, 10 points built up there in the spotlight, but you're not going to get to the final, and you have been ejected from the spotlight. You go, that rather nice shade of magenta there, Apodo Nuevo, which means you won't be able to be picked for the spotlight. But we have got almost half the game to get through, and we've got a spotlight that needs to be filled. So, who is going to take the spotlight next? Here's Dogfish. Welcome to the spotlight. Don't be alarmed the fact you've got 7 on the wings and 0 in the spotlight. Of course, your spotlight score rebuilds from 0, because that is what you'll be playing with in the final if you can get there. You've got to finish out the Female Rappers pack here, Dogfish. And then if you can get through 2 of them, you get to pick the next category. If not, we'll get someone else in. Could be a very short affair. Well, we'll find out. Dogfish, you need to whisper something to the bot to progress the game, and then we will go to the next question. And Dogfish confirming that he is still here. Let's go on to question number 2 for Female Rappers. What is the birth surname of Megan Thee Stallion? Is it Pete? Is it Moore? Or is it Dudley? Answer now. Matt the Ref. Correct answer was A. Pete. Pete is what you needed. A. Green if you gave me a right answer. Red if you did not. Dogfish did find the first one, which means you are going to be able to pick the next category, Dogfish, at the very least. A lot of red up there on the board, though, so a tricky question. Let's go on to question number 3 on Female Rappers. I don't know if we've had the easy, the medium, or the hard so far. There's one more to go. Here it is. Who was the first female rapper to receive a gold single? Is it MC Light, Missy Elliott, or Sharrock? Answer now. Shapes. All the young people in voice chat are reacting blankly. Us olds are happy. This is the hard. Okay, fair enough too. This is the hard one. As David's saying, out of idle curiosity, which was the easy one? MC Light was the right answer to this question, for what it's worth. Oh no, not like the few, not like this from Toppers. Minecraft Light. Well, let's have a look and see how you fared. Green if you're right. Oh, just a couple of twinkles and then everything red, including Dogfish. You have gone red, which means you need the next two correct in order to progress. Free Ruckus, Effrontery, and Apodo Nuevo giving correct answers. Everyone else going wrong, including a couple of players who did have their jokers on that round will have lost a point on that question. But Dogfish, you are in the spotlight for now. Let's go pick another category. The Moo one, I thought it must have been more popular than it must have been. Oh, fair enough. So, Dogfish, 2 more categories to get through. And we're going for Micronations by Oni. So Oni, I know, is AFK today. And now cut that out today with the list. So for the final category, it's going to be a choice of Britpop, Junior Eurovision, or Children's Literature. I'm going to give Oni some pennies for this game, if not for his buzz-off game, which I haven't gotten around to yet because I can't remember the value for it. 25 author bonus pennies for Oni, and 3 exclamation marks in the chat if you want to play your joker on this now. Oh no, Dogfish can't pick his own category, so actually Dogfish, if your category is up there, I didn't look at the authors. If your category is up there, you won't be able to pick it. Okay, quite a few jokers there, including Dogfish actually, who's in the spotlight. Riff, True Anonyman, It's Sotley, Topper, Jers, Shapes, Reese, Natter, Toot, all playing jokers on this question. Well, let's go on this category, I should say. Let's go to the first question. So it's Micronations by Oni. Here's question number 1. What 3 colours appear on the flag of Sealand? Red, white and blue. Blue, white and black. Red, white and black. Answer now. I would have guessed red, white and blue. I would have been wrong. It's red, white and black. There we go. Green if you were right. Red if you were not. Dogfish, you've got to get this right or you're going to be ejected from the spotlight.
I totally just went phonetically then.
Oh, you went phonetically?
C.
C. That'll do. C for Sealand. RNG. Praise RNG. Well, Mrs. Flush finding the right answer. And Dogfish, who is in the spotlight finding a right answer. But you're not off the hook yet. You've got to get the next one right or you will be ejected from the spotlight. Let's go on to question number 2. C pass. Here it is. The micronation of Molossia is located in which US state? Is it Wyoming, Nevada, or Oregon? Answer now. There's your time. It's in Nevada. Nevada, where we get Area 51. Allegedly, I think. Let's see who got it right. Green if you were right, red if you were wrong. Dogfish, if this was wrong, then you are out of the spotlight. Let's have a look. Dogfish is going green, which means you'll get to pick the final category and you will get to get through this next question at the very least. Very well played. 5 points in the spotlight right now. Let's go back to question number 3 on micronations. Yes, Area 51 is real. Whether there's aliens there is questionable. Depends if you played Tomb Raider 3. There's definitely aliens in that Area 51. Have a look. Question 3 on micronations. Which comedian and writer presented How to Start Your Own Country on BBC 2 in 2006, creating the micronation of Lovely in his own flat? Was it Stephen Merchant, Simon Pegg, or Danny Wallace? Answer now. It was Danny Wallace. I never saw the show, but I did watch a little clip when I proofed this pack into the game, and yeah, looked quite funny. Let's see how you played. Green if you were right. Oh, Dogfish airing on that question. You're not out of the spotlight yet. You do get to pick the last category, but you've got to get the first 2 right. Otherwise, there could be a last-minute usurper into the spotlight final. For now, though, let's go back to the category board. Britpop, Junior Eurovision, or Children's Literature are the options. Obviously, you can't pick Junior Eurovision, Dogfish, because that's yours. but Britpop or children's literature are the options that are going to be available, and we're going for children's literature by Jack Wilfred. So Jack, if you're in the game, you won't be able to answer, but you will get 3 free points at this crucial stage of the game, and these 25 pennies right there for being the author. And if you want to play your Joker, this is the last opportunity you've got to play it. It's not mandatory to play your Joker, but if you don't play it now, you can't use it in the final, so just be forewarned. 3 exclamation marks in the chat if you want to play it now. Ripple of electricity coming through. Mrs. Flush, Claire, Quizzle, Bigman Aaron, Joe, Lewis, Lupine, Jay White, Salem, Shadowmane, all activating Jokers at this point. No going back at this point. Brand new Halo electing not to use a Joker in this game, which is a completely fair strategy if you don't want to take the risk that comes with playing a Joker on questions where you might get it wrong. So, Dogfish, you're in the spotlight. You must get the next 2 questions right, or there will be a new player in the spotlight for the finale. Let's go to question 1. Now, it's children's literature. It's by Jack Wilfred. Here's question 1. Who wrote the 1982 novel Warhorse, later adapted into a film and stage play? Was it Diana Wynne Jones, Dick King Smith, or Michael Morpurgo? Answer now. Mrs. Royal Flush tried to answer that question 3 times. I think she knows the answer. Did see Michael Morpurgo. Not seen Warhorse, but we did see... Oh! Before that, a message from our sponsor, Oni.
Sorry I couldn't be there tonight, friendos. Hope y'all enjoyed yourselves.
We certainly did. Thank you very much for your proofing of Rift's pack and for your Micronations pack that featured in... this, and also for your buzz off pack. I need to add your pennies for that. If you're here, Oni, and your opponent is here, we could potentially still do a buzz off game at the end of the night. That'd be a nice way to round the night off. If you're here and up for it, no pressure. We saw, what was that? The Butterfly Lion. We saw Butterfly Lion at the Minerva Theatre in Chichester. It was really good. Megs and I would get like really emotional doing these puppets on the stage, and Dylan was like, "Oh, I like the puppets." And we were like being toped emotion about it. It's good. He's good, is Michael Morpurgo. Anyway, green if you gave me a right answer, red if not. Oh, Dogfish! You have aired. You have aired at this point here, which means at this late stage of the game, unfortunately, you are going to be ejected from the spotlight and someone is going to usurp you. I'm so sorry, but that's the way the game goes. You've been ejected from the spotlight. So how the algorithm here works, the more points you have, the more likely you are to get into the spotlight, but it's not guaranteed. Think of your points as sort of raffle tickets, if you like. So the more points you've got, the more raffle tickets you get to get into the spotlight. So it's still very much open. But let's find out who is quite probably, but not guaranteed, to be the last person into the spotlight tonight. It's Shapes. Welcome into the spotlight. Your chance to potentially get 2 points per question in the final. You could end up with a maximum of 12 on the leaderboard if you get the next 2 right and get all right in the final. Whisper something to the bot to let us know you're here, and we will go to the next question. There we go. Shapes confirming presence. Second question from Jack Wilfred on children's literature. Here it is. What is Pippi Longstocking's name in the original Swedish? Pippi Langstrump, Pippi Lathusi, or Pippi Laglanda? Answer now. Jack, I didn't know when I wrote this pack that I'd be punishing both Dogfish and Shapes. What fun. Topper, finally what I know. Pippi Langstrump is the correct answer. Green if you gave me that, otherwise you're going to go red. Shapes has now booked his place in the final. No matter what happens on the next question, Shapes, you will be in the final. The question is it going to be 1 point per question or 2 points per question? Let's go to the final question of the main game. Which Philip Reeve novel was adapted into a 2018 box office bomb produced by Peter Jackson? Was it Mortal Engines, Was it Railhead? Or was it Here Lies Arthur? Answer now. Not a Scoobs on that one. Mortal Engines was the correct answer. Very well done if you got it. And if you did, you're going to go green. Shapes is indeed going green, so you're going to be playing for 2 points for each question. The final reminder that in the final there are 5 questions, and they will be comprised of the categories that we have already seen. Let's just take a look into the wings. Zeus currently on 16. That's a good score. Quizzle, Joe on David, all on 15. Claire 14. On the other side of Podo 15, Jack's on 17. Obviously 3 free points in the final, doing him quite well there, but obviously done quite a lot to get there as well. Mrs. Flush on 14, Innes 13, Colo 11, Lewis 16, Lupine 14, Toot 17. I know Toot has got a track record of gold medals in this game. Can anyone take it off him? We will find out. Let's go to the Spotlight final. So it's spotlight knowledge by everybody. There are 5 questions in this final, which will have been built up of 5 of the 6 packs we have seen. For the one question that doesn't get seen, my apologies to you. There is a to-do list item to add it to the credits of the game, but it's not quite been implemented yet. But that is what the full lit arrays look like. Quite bright. Spotlight knowledge is by everybody. Very best of luck. Here's question 1. The term crapping out refers to a first roll of 2, 12, or what other number? Is it 7, 3, or 11? Answer now. This is Zeus's question. Thank you, Tim. Zeus, you won't be able to answer, but you got your 3 points from earlier. The one... Yes, Zeuslas tried to answer their own question, is what the log is telling me here. Yeah, you can't do that, unfortunately. You get the 3 free points at the beginning, but then you are omitted from answering the last question. 3 was the correct answer. I would have guessed 7 personally, but I've never played craps in my life, so don't take my word for it. 3 is the right answer. Green if you were right, red if you were not. Shapes is the wrong answer. You're sticking on 2 for now. Quite a lot of red going up there. I'm thinking a lot of people maybe went with the same logic as me and went for 7. Not to worry, let's go on to question 2. It's going to cockblock one category. Question 2. Thanks to Asotley for this. The Chernobyl nuclear facility was officially named after which Soviet leader? Was it Joseph Stalin? Was it Mikhail Gorbachev? Or was it Vladimir Lenin? Answer now. I mean, I would have thought Gorbachev, but I would have been wrong. Vladimir Lenin. Vladimir something something Lenin is the correct answer. Green if you were right, red if you were not. Oh, Shapes. You can't get ejected from the spotlight at this point, but you are stuck on 2 points. Maximum now available is 8 points for the leaderboard. Let's just take a look at the spotlight leaderboard and see where 8 will put you. 8 would put you into 3rd. If you get another one wrong, you can only tie. You can be joint 3rd, but a clear 3rd if you get the next 3 right. Let's go on, question 3. Still gold, silver and bronze available as well for our lobby players. The rapper Belcalis Almanzar got her stage name from which alcohol brand? Was it Hennessy? Was it Bacardi? Or was it Crystal? Answer now. And thank you, I think, to Toot for this female rapper's question. Bacardi. Belcalis Almanzar was the answer. Was Bacardi? Cardi B, as a frontier is saying, absolutely right. Green if you're right. There we go, Shapes. We've got some more points on the board, up to 4 now. 4 in the Spotlight final. Still potential to make 8 at this point. Sorry, it's going to go into Lotus position because I'm feeling a little cramped. Let's go on to final question number 4. Thank God RNG put that in B. Yeah, good old RNG. It's been good tonight. Question 4. In Family Guy, after realising that his house was never part of the United States, what is the name of the nation that Peter Griffin turns the house into? Is it Peterland? Is it Pretoria? Or is it Peterburg? Answer now. And thank you to Oni for this question on micronations. Was Pretoria season 4, I want to say, maybe season 5. Pretoria was the answer. Green if you were right. Shapes was not. Yeah. Am I going to divorce you if I get this wrong? No, I'm not. No, I know you're not such a family guy. I don't think we've watched that one yet. It might have been. It might have been even earlier. Oh, you have.
I have, yeah.
You got it wrong.
I did.
I'm not going to divorce you. We don't. Yeah, that's fine. In the same way, you don't divorce me when I get a question where the answer's saffron wrong. It's normally.
It's never happened.
Has that never happened? No, fair enough. Shapes getting that one wrong, along with a lot of other people there, but a few green lights going on there. It's hotting up with one more question to go. Let's see what happens. Question number 5 of the final. Really high stakes marriage. Yeah, it is a photo. Question 5. Fourth in the series, which Chronicles of Narnia book is the first not to feature the Pevensey children? Is it The Horse and His Boy, The Magician's Nephew, or The Silver Chair? Answer now. Thank you to Jack for this question on children's literature. It's all about the cock blocked successfully. Salem, I'm going to give you 10 points for being amusing. You've been consistently amusing tonight. I enjoyed that a lot. Salem Stowaway, there we go, have 10 pennies. It's not an author bonus, so just 10 regular pennies. There you go. Silver Chair. I've not read all of the Chronicles of Narnia, but I thought it was A and I wrote it, Jack. Pokenut saying, no.
Yeah, I'm saying no as well, even though I got the answer right.
Oh, you got the answer right, but we think it's wrong.
Well, the thing is, technically, okay, so when C.S. Lewis wrote the books, he didn't write them in
Come to the microphone and give the factoid. Don't shout it. Mrs. Flush is going to give us a factoid and tell us why Jack Wilfred is perhaps mistaken.
Well, no, it's not. It's just okay. So when not George R. R. Martin, C.S. Lewis wrote the Chronicles of Narnia, he didn't write them in the order that they were eventually published. So it was Chronicles. So the second one came first, and then Horse. None of them are in the. Well, yeah, they are in The Horse and His Boy, but The Magician's Nephew, I don't think they're in. But he didn't write that one first, so it's.
This question is ambiguous. I see that escaped it through the proofers. I apologise.
Yeah.
The proofers for, I have to say, the spotlight proofers is me. Technically correct, the best kind of correct. I'm going to let it lie for now, mainly because I can't do anything about it.
No,
but,
that's fine. It was more that bit there, fourth in the series, because he definitely.
Well, first point is an unhelpful word in this question as well. Magician's Nephew was a prequel, so was, as it's sort of saying, published afterwards, but set before, if that makes sense. So
I think that is fine, but yes, that's why I saw the question and went.
Well, there we go, Narnia business. It is the last question of the evening, so I'm not going to dwell on it too much, but that'd be a lesson to me to proofread a little more thoroughly and consult my wife when C.S. Lewis comes up. Anyway, either way, let's have a look. Green if you got the right answer on the card, which was C. Shapes, just that one green light in the middle, 4 wrong in the final, which does bring to an end this game of Spotlight. Shapes is going to go onto the leaderboard with 4 points, which will give you joint 4th place with Samster, so you're in good company there. Let's take a look and see who our medalists are in the wings. With 20 points, our winner is Lewis T. Joint silver medals going to Claire and Toot. Someone other than Toot getting a gold medal in this game. Toot, you've now got a silver for Spotlight. Very well played. And Joe as well, also on 19 points there. Zeus, Jack and Quizzle sharing the bronze medal with 18 points. Mrs. Flush, 1 point shy of a medal. I'm so proud.
Do you know what? If I hadn't have been quite so trigger happy, I probably would have got more.
Well, there were 2 that you got in early that the bot ate, or either in early or
just like yay.
Possibly, I'm thinking actually maybe you entered your letter as the option came up rather than after you can submit.
I don't
Well, you're doing very well, I have to say. Can I say it's lovely to have Mrs. Flush here tonight. Sorry, just to make it about us a minute. It's great to have her here, and it's lovely to have her playing. And I think she did very well.
I am feeling out of sorts tonight, guys, as well, so I'm not my usual charming self.
You're doing very well.
Thank you.
But many congratulations to Lewis on finishing with the gold medal there on 20 points. Not to take that away from you, Lewis, at all for a minute there. Very well played. Let me award some medals to your... what are we playing? Spotlight. Spotlight Gold. Lewis. Nicely done. And I think it's 5 pennies per question correct in this game, which is... Actually, I can probably check that. Yeah, 5 pennies per question correct. Spotlight Gold, Lewis T. There you go. Enjoy that in your medal cabinet. Spotlight Silver. 3 of these to give out, I think. Toot, Claire, and Joe. So, let's go Claire. Spotlight Silver award. Joe. It's your second medal, Joe. You need to change that name. You've definitely got some talent. Spotlight Silver, and now cut that out. Let's give you a silver medal. There you are. Now cut that out. Award medal. And some Spotlight Bronzes as well. 3 players getting a bronze medal. Jack, Zeus, and Quizzle. Let's go Jack. There you are. Jack Wilfred. Spotlight Bronze Award medal. Are you on Duolingo? Yes, she is. Quizzle. No, that's fair enough. And Zeus. Does anyone else go to Duolingo the second I start awarding medals? Very well played. And of course, Shapes. 4 points going into the final. You will get 4 extra pennies as well as a spot on the leaderboard. We like Shapes 4, and it's a Spotlight Hot Seat, which is what you get. Award medal. There we go. And let's refresh the app right there. And on top of that, the pennies don't go on until I roll the credits. Now, Oni turned up. Oni, are you still here? Looks like you're still here. Now, who was Oni scheduled to be playing tonight? It was date night, I see. I've just seen your message in the Discord. Fair enough. Who was Oni scheduled to be playing? It wasn't tonight. It was Matt. Is Matt... did Matt go to bed? Matt might have gone to bed. He's gone to bed. Fair enough. Well, we'll have to put a pin in... yeah, it's late, go to bed. You're probably right there, Toppy. You're probably right. As ever, a massive thank you to all the question writers for tonight and to everybody for playing. Let's give some endgame pennies. That really does mean it is the sign of the end of the night. 10 pennies if you want them for the end of the night. Endgame 56. Do claim them right there. I will stop that bonus before I roll the credits. Otherwise, strange things might happen. Yeah, it's been a great night. I've had a really good time. It's really cheered me up after what has been a particularly crappy day. And I'll be sure to keep you abreast of any developments on what's happening on the move. Might be that actually, because of the situation, no streams are disrupted at all, because I can just come here and stream, potentially. Would mean leaving my computer here. But have we finally got Endgame 56? Oh, we're ranked 69th. Very nice. So yeah, keep coming back. Stuff that is going on. What is going on this week? Well, tomorrow our friend Topper1 Gaming is going to be back with Elimination from 8 PM over on his channel. Do go give him a follow. Elimination tomorrow. I'm back here on Tuesday with The Pyramid and Risky Business. I think Risky Business is written by Toot, and I can't remember who the Pyramids were. I've not proved them. I know they both have been proved and they've both got stamp of approval. I think Risky Business was 2. I can't remember the Pyramid. I want to say Jay White, but I might be. It is Jay White. Thank you, Colo. It is Jay White. Jay White and Toot, who I know have done a lot of work on Buzz Off, and it might be a collaboration pack from them in the future. Questions by Murphy and Samsa for Elimination tomorrow as well, as Topper's saying. So that's tomorrow with Topper. Pyramid and Risky Business packs from Jay White and Toot, respectively, on Tuesday. Wednesday walk along. I am planning on starting 12 minutes this week. Schools go back, Dylan goes back to school on Monday, so I'm going to have a little bit more license to be able to do stuff during the day. I'm hoping my anxiety isn't going to be on edge as it was after Tuesday's stream, which was one of the reasons I sort of pulled Wednesday. My jab didn't help. I had the jab Tuesday as well, so I was feeling a bit shit and run down. Ash, our great friend Ash, AT_Bash, is here on Wednesday with 1,000 heartbeats. So do go give him a follow if you haven't already. He's going to be here with 1,000 heartbeats Wednesday, the 8th of September. Now, Thursday next week, I've planned a happy hour. I've got Blockbusters and/or The Code, but I have a funny feeling something is happening. No, it's not that week. I thought I had a wedding. That was the week just gone, obviously. So, as far as everything looks, I should be doing a happy hour stream, either Blockbusters or The Code, or a combination of two, this coming Thursday, the 9th of September at 3 p.m. Ash is then back with Duel for All on Friday, the 10th of September. That's next Friday. Cash game of 1,000 heartbeats, so definitely tune in for that. There's financial rewards up for grabs. Not that that's should be a reason, but it's an extra reason to go and take part. Do go give Ash a little follow. And then, if that's not enough, next Saturday, the 11th of September, I'm going to be here with The Escape Artist, written by Oni, and Danger Zone 2, written by, I think it's Shadowmane, and I think I have got to proof that before then. IIRC. Escape Artist, I'm pretty sure, is Oni. I think Danger Zone 2 is Shadowmane. That's next Saturday, right here. At some point, we're going to have to make up a buzz-off game. I don't know when that's going to happen. It might happen at a happy hour if people happen to be available. I will talk to contestants. It's entirely on me for screwing the schedule, because I think I made a change and then didn't tell everybody. Yeah, apologies for that, but we will make it up. It will all be fine. We'll somehow fit it around the house move, whatever happens. As ever, if you want to come hang out with us and say hi, do come join the Discord right there. If you've got suggestions for any of the games that you've seen this evening, either things positive that you want to say that you really liked, or things that could be done for improvement. I'm aware I did do Only Connect tonight. I would like to. There's a part of me that really wants to make it a main game, but there's also a part of me that thinks it works really nicely as just a self-running warm-up game. But it would be good to do more of that. So I haven't published a question writer app for it yet. I will be doing it very shortly. I've programmed it so that it can dynamically expand, so we can have like 6 rounds in round 1, and round 2, potentially 2 walls as well. That might Yeah, I need to think about it. It's because it's very much it's a team game and it's a 1 versus 1. So doing a Twitchified thing with it, very open to feedback. Like I say, not everything worked tonight in terms of the variation of the answer. So if you've got any feedback on that, do let me know. Is there anyone to raid? Not really. Nobody. Messi's doing Phasmophobia. We could go give Gooey some love. Gooey's doing Tomb Raider 3. I do like Tomb Raider 3. Yeah, let's raid that. I haven't raided for a while, so let's go raid Gooey 0001_ doing Tomb Raider 3, which is one of my favourite Tomb Raider games. I know not everyone is a Tomb Raider fan. I do enjoy watching the speedruns. We're going to go raid Gooey, and we're going to say right back to the start of the stream, a long, slow, comfortable screw is going to be the raid message. So we're going to go see Gooey and say hello to that. Thank you so much to everybody for joining in this evening. I've had an absolutely amazing evening. Very well done to all of our contestants who've taken part. And we started with Shapes and we finished with Shapes as well. Shapes winning the opening buzz-off and finishing in the spotlight. Yeah, it was all great. Again, massive thanks to my question writers, to all the mods and people helping to things run smoothly. To all our new members, welcome. I hope you've had a good evening. A long, slow, comfortable screw ending in perfect position on the brown. Big breaks not for a couple of weeks, Shapes, but do come back for that. As ever, do come hang out with us in the Discord. It'd be great to see you. Until next time, I will be back on Tuesday with the Pyramid and Risky Business. Until then, have a wonderful rest of the weekend. Do look after each other. Be splendid, be marvellous, and be safe. And until next time, take care. Peace out and good night. And until next time, stay in the spotlight.
if I got it completely, you need to embed into the